Alright, the godson was poppin'.
Nino, what up?
It's the takeover.
Yeah.
What's good, people? It's your boy, Old Pressure, man. We live here, the Old Pressure Point podcast. Man, listen, we about to have one. I'm just letting y'all know we about to have one. I'm feeling good, man. My spirits is feeling good, man. We live here in Harlem, so I'm about to roll into it. We got an entrepreneur here, manager, chief executive officer of What If Foundation, cast member of Hip Hop Uncovered, LL Cool J manager and friend, Waka Flocka fame uncle, Deb Anthony's brother, Southside Jamaica Queens living legend, no other than Bimmy. What's good, brother?
Thanks for having me.
Yes. Welcome here.
The person.
Enjoy that cigar, man.
Oh man, thank you. Nino. Yes, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir, man. So we ain't gonna even waste no time, man. We gonna get right into it. I'm just glad to have you here, man.
Glad to be here.
You know what I'm saying? I know you've been doing a lot of shows. We're gonna come with the authenticness, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
Well, that's what I'm used to.
Mm-hmm. So you had a fascinating journey in the music industry. Tell us a little about your upbringing. You know, how that shaped your, shaped your life. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it started off with my uncles. You know what I mean? I had 4 uncles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they all was in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? One of them played ball. You know, my Uncle Mickey on the south side. And I went to my grandma one day. He had a bunch of trophies on her TV and all everywhere around the house. You know what I mean? I'm like probably 10. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 years old. And I said, Grandma, I want one of them trophies. I want to take it home with me. I want one of them. He said, no, go get one yourself. Go out there and play and practice.
Right.
And I went and did it. You know what I mean? So I started playing ball. And then we moved. My family, my father bought a crib on Farmers. You know what I'm saying? On the north side. We was living on the south side.
Okay.
Then my pops bought a house. So we moved over there. So then when I got over there, it was a guy by the name of Boo Harvey. Boo Harvey, he played at St. John's. You know, he's a legend. He's, you know, and then he started teaching me moves and all that type of stuff. He's from the south side, and he moved over there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I've been going to park with him like every day,
Right.
learning. Then we got on teams. Then we started traveling and walking around playing and all that type of stuff. And then, you know, then I met Eddie Lee. Eddie Lee, he's a ball player. He played in Cincinnati. You know what I mean? And he got
college.
Yeah, in college.
College. Okay.
And I used to walk from Farmers to go to his store. He had a spot, but he had a bunch of college players and pros that would come see him.
Right.
But I'd be on the steps, on the ledge every day, you know, watching him, you know, him moving around. He'd give me a few dollars and I leave, I go home.
Right.
Shit like that.
Okay.
And then end of the day, I didn't know what he was doing, but he was selling coke.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't know, because I always he always like, yo, what's up, baby? And he'd hold me your hand, and I wouldn't look, because I didn't know better then.
Right.
And he'd put it in their hand, and he had the money already, and I was like, wow, you know what I mean? He had a lot of friends, you know what I mean? So it shaped me, like, to be incognito with whatever I do in life. So I'm sitting there watching them, and then my uncles, they just take me with them sometimes, you know what I mean? And then one day, my sister's boyfriend, his name is Jimmy Doug. He had one eye. He got shot in his eye.
Okay.
And I was like 12, and he's a stick-up kid. You know what I mean? And he stuck this bar one day because he was gambling. He lost all his money. So he came back to the block. I was on the block. He said, "Yo, take a ride with me," right? And I took a ride with him. And he was in a van, and he gave me a shotgun. And he said, "Yo, hold that. If anybody come follow me behind that door, you pull it and shoot him." Right? So I ain't know no better. I'm like, all right. So I got the shotgun, the door's open. He's in there robbing everybody. So I'm like, I got the shotgun waiting for him, and nobody came out. He jumped in the car and pulled me out the driver's and put me in the package and said, yo, come on, let's go. Then my sister later that day said, yo, what the f did you do? I said, what you mean what I do?
We talking about sister when you say
Deb.
sister, you say
My
Deb.
sister Deb.
Okay.
And she said, what you do? You robbed the I said, I ain't robbed nobody.
Right.
Because I didn't know what he did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then she said, take home. You know what I'm saying? So in the streets, like, yo, robbed the gambling game, whatever. And you know what I mean? From there, it just like let me know, like I'm watching the older guys, and then but they didn't let me hustle because I was playing ball.
Right.
So it was like, don't give Bimmy a pack, don't give him nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
I kind of want to make a segue with it before you keep going. Like, do you think that's a lost type of condition amongst our people?
Yes. 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 You know what I mean? Because let me tell you something. At the end of my career in the streets, dudes, they came up with this thing. They used to come up to Harlem, uptown, and they had the synthetic coke. And they was buying it.
Right.
And they come to the block. And when you get the workers to work, they'll mix that work with your work. So I just come to the block, it'd be slow. Usually I come through, 50 a day, 60. Where we at? 60,000.
Right.
And the day ain't over. I'm like, I work. Then it start going down to 15,000, 10,000. I'm like, hold on. Why my block is slow like this? And then I wound up finding out dudes is mixing my work. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm gonna have to get out of here because I know what's gonna happen. So all the young niggas start doing that. They start coming up to town and buying work. And they ain't wanna work for nobody no more. And they ain't wanna listen. So after that, I said, you know what? Let me transition out of here.
Start to pivot.
Yeah.
Had to pivot like Elijah was.
Yeah. Because when I started, before I started, I used to be Run DMC.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I used to be in studios with them, you know what I mean? But I was
Why are you saying that on regular though?
oh
Don't say that all. Let's rewind that for a second.
The Kings.
Yeah, man, down with the Kings,
Yeah,
man. You was running around with Run DMC.
Yeah. So I was
That's crazy. Real quick, the whole style of dressing back then, like the little fedora hat. I'm seeing your style is kind of like, who started that style?
Pop Freeman. Pop Freeman, he was I'm gonna say an old gangster. You know what I mean? I said on one of my interviews years ago that he was the Gambinos and all that, the Crown family, all that.
Okay.
But older G that raised me, he had to pull me up. He said, "Listen, that beefing with them." He took this whole area. He you know what I mean? Pop he bought my first winter coat.
Say his name again, bro.
Pop Freeman.
Yeah.
He bought my first winter coat. You know what I mean? I grew up. I ain't had nothing. My mom's 3 jobs, 8 kids. We had nothing. So I used to have like 3 hoodies on with a sweatshirt.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I had no winter coat. I had nothing. So I was sweeping the Super Rec one day. I was like 12. I was sweeping the Super Rec. And Super Rec is where Pop headquarters at. He do the numbers. He control all the numbers throughout Queens and Harlem. You know what I'm saying? So he said, he's talking like, hey boy, where your coat at? Because he know it was cold out there. I said, I ain't got one. He pulled a knot of hundreds out like this and sent me $300. Go get your coat. I was like, let's look at this money and stared at it. I took it home, got in the bed, put it in the bed with me. Just looking at it like, $300, man. I ain't never seen hundreds in my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I would mop my mom's floor, vacuum the carpet for $5, $3.
Right, yeah.
Bullshit money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when Pop gave me that money, I was like, and I would have bought a snorkel. I would have bought a snorkel. And that's when snorkel was in, you know what I mean? I came
We're from the Coliseum?
Yeah, Coliseum.
Come on, man. I'm a Buffalo. I'm a New York.
Yo, and I'm with the snorkel, blue snorkel with the orange insides. And I was like, and I bought some Pro Cads, I think. Some Pro Cads.
Okay.
I bought some sneakers.
Right.
And that was my entrance, like I wanted money. You know what I'm saying? So as I did that, it was this guy named Dickie. He had a spot on Keysville. So, all the guys to be there gambling and all that, but it had a dog in there. So I had to take care of the dog. I'll go in there, yo, go to the store for me, shorty. I'll go to the store. I do certain things, get a couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying? And then I just learned from all them. Just going. They come through, they park their cars. I said, look, I'm like, damn, I'm gonna get that car one day. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get that car. And I just kept looking. And then the years started going. I went to school. I started playing ball for Andrew Jackson High School. Out of junior high school, I never played JV. I played varsity. That was nice. So when I got to school, I didn't have no discipline because my mom was home to me do homework. You know what I mean? I wasn't keeping up with the grades.
Right.
None of that. So I failed off the following year, my sophomore year.
Right.
So when I failed off, I was like, I ain't popular no more. I gotta get some money.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'll go back to Farmers and I'm working. So I told this man, I need some work. And he gave it to me. So when he gave it to me, I'm in front of the Puerto Rican store and they had like a gate and I put my work under the gate.
Okay.
Right? So my first week, I made enough money to go buy a radio.
Mm.
So I went and bought a big boom box. So I should come outside early in the morning, sit there and play music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's selling.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, wow. I mean, I'm getting money. I was getting. I was
And, at the time, how old were you?
I was like 16.
Okay.
16. So I was getting money, whatever, getting food out where I can dress.
Right.
So I used to go to school and buy all the kids lunch. I was like, yo, let's leave school, let's go to McDonald's.
You buying the whole class,
I'm buying everybody lunch. Girl, yo, come on. You know what I mean? And everybody know when I come to school, I'm coming with some money. And the only way I came to school, you know, because I had fresh clothes on.
Right.
And I didn't give a
Right.
So in gym class in New York, you have to sit on a number and a letter. Like you could be on 6J or
right. Yo, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember they did that in Buffalo too.
Yeah.
We had to do like
had to
that. We used to
stand up.
run for the number. They call the number. Yeah.
So I did that, but and they tell everybody to sit down because you had to sit down Indian style.
Yeah.
The whole class, whole gym. I stand up. Everybody sitting down because I had a mink on.
Mm-hmm.
And the teacher's like, yo, Anthony, sit down. Come on, last name, sit down. Man, I got this mink on, man. I ain't sitting down.
Man, son, I'm not sitting down with no mink on.
Mink on. You know what I mean? So at that time, I met Fat Cat niece. You know, God bless her dead. You know what I'm saying? I met her. And she had a mink on. Only girl I seen in school with a mink on was her and me. We the only two with minks on. You know what I mean? So I go to Farmers. I'm over there hustling, whatever. I see Supreme come out. He always go see Pop or the big guy. He go see him. So I'm standing. I see him, but he have a Benz, and he was looking young at the time, but he was fly like on. And I was like looking, damn, this fly, right? So now, you know, my mom found out I was selling drugs, and she kicked me out. She told me, if I found out you selling drugs, you're getting out of my house.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, Mom, I ain't selling drugs. Right. So I should never go to school. Right. So before all that happened, I was in junior high school. First, I was in junior high school.
Okay.
And this is an ill story. I'm in junior high school, and I just stopped going to school in junior high school at one point. You know
what was the deterrent? Why didn't you?
I was infatuated with crime and criminals.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I should leave school and go to the courthouse to watch cases. You know what I'm saying? And I sit there, and then this guy told me one day, he said, if you go to Supreme Court on Sufton, you can see them come out. Because I was too little to watch over the thing. Right. So they said, you go to Supreme Court, you see them come out the back. I said, what? So I walk all the way to Sufton. I sit there, I'll be on a bench in the hallway waiting for them to come out. So I watch the police tap the thing, but he put his gun in a little, like a case.
Yeah.
And they go in the back and get whoever they got to get and bring them out. So I go in, case is bullshit. Then this last time, it was a guy by the name of K.O. Smitty. You know what I'm saying? He had 2 police bodies. You know K.O. is.
Yeah. I did a lot of time. I heard that.
Yeah, that's my guy, right? So this is funny, right? I sit there, and K.O. was big, bald head, but he had lady police around him. He never had men. So he come out, I look at him, he shackled. I'm like, oh, I run in the courtroom.
You got to get that aspect though, Bim. You got to touch on why he had lady COs.
Oh yeah,
we need to know that.
The reason why he lady put police around him because he fight police.
Okay, yeah.
He hate police, so they put women around him because he ain't gonna hit no women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. I asked him the story. You know what I mean? He told me. So I sit in the courtroom and I watch him. He defend himself. So I watched him and watching him, and like my third day, his lawyer came to me. He said, "Kid, what are you here with? What are you doing here?" I said, "I'm watching him." He said, "K.O.?" I said, "Yeah." "Mr. Smitty?" I said, "Yeah." Right? He said, "You know him?" I said, "Nah." Then he said, "You want to meet him?" I said, "Yeah." "Give me a number." I gave my mom's number to my house.
Right.
He called me. K.O. called me. And I said, "Yo, man, why you don't wear shoes to court?" Like, cause usually, dudes wear suits.
Right.
I said, "Yo, why you don't wear shoes to court?" Cause he had like rubber bottoms, He said, "Because I fight police, I don't want to slip and slide."
Okay.
You know what I mean? He said he want to slip and slide. I said, "Oh, wow." So he started calling me and telling me and grooming me.
Okay.
And I'm talking to him, And then I ain't talked to him like 40-something years. I ain't talked to him no more, right? I'm gonna fast forward. I went to visit him last year.
Yeah.
I'm on a visit with him. He in a wheelchair. And I'm watching him. And tears just came out my eyes.
I just
Yeah.
tap into that emotion. Like,
Yeah.
because I know that was like a real emotional moment for
so
you.
B was with me. He 10 toes with me.
Okay.
He was all there. And I'm staring at him, man. I'm staring at KO, man. And I'm like, and it f***ed me up. I was a little boy, seen him, and then he's still there. I had a whole life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at KO, and he's looking at me, but he was so smart. He knew every boxer. He knew fight. He knew every song. He knew everything.
Right.
He asked me to get us some candy. I want to brought him mad candy. He put him back in his wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? We just kicking it. And he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, damn, bro. Like I remember when I was a kid looking at you, and I said,
Damn,
yo,
man.
I asked him, yo.
That's crazy.
Yo, he was screaming on the judge. The judge on the bench like this. And Kale was like, boy, like, Kale going, he said, get him out of here. You know what I mean? Kale don't give a you know what I mean? And I was like, yo, talk that nigga nice, man. Come on, man. You know what I mean? But he said, they ain't listening to me. They ain't gonna never let me out of this cage. You know what I mean? Right? Tim was there. He was there. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at him, man. And I was like, damn, bro, you gotta come home. You know what I mean? And it's like this, like two people, man, that really hurt me being there watching them. And Rod Diggs was one of them.
Rod Diggs,
you know what I mean?
Talk about that a little bit, because I know, you know, through Nino, you know, I heard a lot of great things about him.
Man, Nino, know that dude.
Yeah.
Yo, he give you shirt off his back, and he'll die for you, no matter what. And he died for he in there doing all that time.
Right.
For like, bro, he came to my crib. Matter of fact, when I first saw Rob, right, we was in a 4 building. Me, LL Cool J, all of us. And I said, yo, anybody that come home, I'm gonna give you a deal. And Rob was one of them in the chapel.
Okay.
All of them was in there. And he remembered me, I remember him, gave him my number, we whatever. We got lost though. So now Walker, he's in SOBs.
Okay.
He got a show. And he performing for Tony Toka.
Okay.
He give a show every year for his birthday.
Right.
So we happened to be there. So Rod happened to come in. Right? Nino probably was with him. You know what I'm saying? And we backstage. And I see, I'm in the corner, I'm talking to Wyclef. Yeah, I was talking to Wyclef.
Okay.
And Julie Greenwald.
Okay.
And we all sitting there talking. But I corner my eye, I see dudes on Waka. So I goes over there. Right? I'm saying, what's up? And Rob turned to me. He said, stay out of this, Bimmy. Like, say my name. I'm like, how does he know my name? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yo, bro, from that day, me and him been together every day. Like, he had my Maybach, whatever you want.
Right.
Whatever you want.
Right.
You know what I mean? From that day, we go to Vegas. Niggas were going to ride, jump front line with the police in front. Niggas would throw niggas out, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I had a release party in Queens for my magazine. And a dude I knew his moms, I know his sisters, everybody. Rod danced with some girl on Rod. Homie, he jumps in the middle of them, whatever.
Yeah.
And, you know, Rod don't tolerate disrespect.
Right.
So Rod, come outside. So they go outside. Niggas, I'm at the table with the girls counting the money, whatever. They came and got me. Said, yo, man, outside, we'll get into it. I said, who? He said, Rod. So I go out there. So I stand there. So I'm like, yo, Rod, what's up? Nah, man, it's good. I said, Rod, it's me, man. What's up, man?
Okay.
So you think you're a gangster, man. I'm going to put this guy out here, make the call on me. Dudes was already outside. I don't know who was Dino, who it was. I remember. Dudes was outside.
Yeah.
They was outside, great.
Yeah.
Yo.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
Yeah, I already know.
And he called it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's how much respect he had for me.
Yeah.
Respect I have for
It's honorable,
him.
man. It's
honorable. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get emotional, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, so let's just we'll circle back to that. Let's you know what I'm saying, we'll decompress for a minute and circle back to that. So let's go back to the point where, okay, you said you was 12, and you said you was 16.
Yeah.
You just really started, you know, admiring the hustlers in your neighborhood or whoever introduced you to the game, and then just let's go from there. And a little bit about Run DMC.
When I stopped hustling on Farmers, the dude he had a book. And he said, I own this, I own that. And I know I never money up. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard and I watched what happened to money up. So I say, I'm light-skinned. You know, I already got the mark.
So he said, I'm light-skinned.
Yo, niggas ain't play that.
They not playing with light
Nah,
skin.
they ain't playing with light
Not
skin.
in the 80s.
Nah. So I said, you know what? I ain't got no afro, none of that. You know what I mean? I was like, man, let me owe this. I want you the big guy.
Right.
I said, yo, man, home keeps saying I own money. I know I own no money.
Uh-huh.
You know what he said to me? It made me realize, I said, man, I can't be over here. The nigga said, you lucky a nigga gave you a chance to owe. Ooh, that shit me like a bag of bricks. I'm like,
That's ruthless.
ruthless. He said, I'm 16, 15. He said,
Yeah.
you lucky a nigga gave you a chance to owe.
Mm.
And I never forget them words or that face he made when he said it to me. So I was like, but it was a teaching experience.
Right.
I didn't take it personal.
Right.
Because I watched too much happen to niggas. I said, you right, this ain't for me. Right? So when my mom threw me out, I went back to the south side to my grandma's house.
Right.
So as I'm going to my grandma's, I'm still walking to school. I'm going to school because I ain't had nothing because I wasn't hustling no more.
Right, right.
So I ran into my guy who I played ball with named Clyde. He lived on the south side, but he's from north side, but he moved over there.
Okay.
And so Clyde needed work. He said, I'm gonna give you this work. Let me see how long it take you to move it. So he was jerking me. I was bringing him everything back. He didn't give me shit.
Right.
Cause I ain't no better, you know what I'm saying, on that side of town. Cause he was north side, south side hustle different.
Right.
You know what I mean? So as I'm hustling, I'm saying to myself like, yo, this nigga's jerking me, right? So I'm hustling hand in hand, I'm doing what I gotta do, whatever. So my girlfriend, my baby mother at the time, she lived down the block, right? And Prince, that's her sister's sister. So I go to visit her, I go to her crib, and Prince thinking that I'm trying to mess with his girl, but I'm not there for your, I'm here for my girl.
Right.
So he never spoke to me. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting in there, so Preem come in with the mother, with the bags, helping out, because he saw it at the store.
Right.
So I said, yo, bro, because I remember him from Farmers, come to see the other guy. I said, yo, I want to highlight you. He said, what's up? He said, he said, yo, you know where I live at? I said, nah. He said, on the projects, he told me. I said, all right. He said, come see me tomorrow. So I went to his crib. I knocked on the door, and his sister told him, called him. He came out, and I'm like, yo, what's up? He said, yo, take these clothes and put it in that Benz right there. He had a brand new coupe,
Right.
500 right there. Blue and beige, like blue inside was like tan. It was
like
crazy,
tan.
brand new. Yeah,
Okay.
560.
Yeah.
So I put the clothes in there and I sat in the front seat, wait for him. And I was like, I'm smelling the leather. I ain't never been.
A new car smell.
So I'm looking at this like, yo, this is it.
Yeah.
So boom, me and him go to the cleaners and we put the clothes in the cleaners. So now we go back, I get back in the car with him and we go into the block. The block is 150th Street where you got a bunch of crews hustling. They make like $1 million a day. A day. No exaggeration. You'll go there, what you got on, you might end up with a total different outfit because they sell. The boosters was crazy back then. You can buy a house, you can buy whatever you want to buy it.
Right.
A car, you can buy a human.
I just gotta ask you this question, and I don't like being territorial, right? But all this stylish fly you talking, right? Queens in Harlem, like who do you think has the most swag as far as fashion?
Harlem.
Okay.
Harlem. I came from Harlem.
Harlem.
Really Brooklyn. Brooklyn, them dudes, yo, bro.
They was getting it.
They was getting, nah, and I ain't gonna say they was getting it. They fly. They know how to match up.
Yeah, I'm just saying, coordination.
They not put
low.
But Harlem guys was like more like flamboyant
and flashy.
colors,
Yeah.
and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 'Cause I remember one time, I had a as I before it became who I am, my man Duke, he got killed in 19th Street. You know what I mean? That's Murder Mook's uncle.
Wow.
And I didn't know that was Murder Mook's uncle until like a couple of years ago when he brought me to. Cause I said to him, I said, "Yo, my man, he from this block, Duke." Whoa. He said, "Where you know Duke?" I said, "Yeah, I know Duke." He took me to his mother. His mother was in the bed and seen me and just cried. You know what I'm saying? And I just hugged her. You know what I mean? Cause Duke, that's like Duke's coming to Queens. I used to give him my cars.
Right.
And he used to just go, but he'll hook them up for me. There's a spot called Ethiopia in Manhattan. So Poe seen Duke up there with my car.
Poe, you saying Alpo.
Yeah, Alpo seen him and said, "Yo, why you showing these queens when they get the cars hooked up?" Because they had the Gucci seats, the pipe ring, all that crazy stuff.
Right.
So Duke had my gold out, gold rim, gold BBs. crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Gold lips, everything.
Okay.
Right? Piping in the seats.
Mm.
Like, it was unheard of, right? So, what part was I? I was at, so me and Preem, we go to the block, right? The block, and the block, when you drive on the block, right? They never drove the cars on the block. The cars was parked a block away on one block, like a houses where houses at and all that. Yo, dog, you can see Ferraris, Benzes, all type of, you know what I mean, Lamborghinis, all on that block.
Right.
Bikes, everything on that block. Because all the hustlers on the block hustling, but this block had all the cars that owned.
Yeah.
Like, it was just crazy. So I seen it, right? I was like, wow. So then me and Preem, we go upstairs to our spot. We up there all day. Then he said, yo, let's go. Then we leave. I go back home. So every day I was just with him. Like, he didn't make me hustle. Like, every day till like probably a year later. Then he said, yo, you gotta hustle. I said, all right. I want to get some money. I'm trying to eat when you eat, or you know what I mean? So now
How old was you then?
I was like 16.
Oh, you're 16. Okay.
16,
you said
17.
16. Okay.
Yeah. So now I'm on the block. I'm hand in hand at night. He came in the middle of the night. Yo, come on, man, before you get arrested. Because I know the police out there was crazy. They was coming all type of ways. You know what I mean? And he wanted me to get arrested. So I stayed with him. And then as I got to 18, 19, he gave me a spot on something at 118. He said, yo, this your area.
That's 118.
Yeah,
That's
118.
what 118
Yeah.
means.
He said, this your area. And I'm like, all right. So I just took that shit over. You know what I mean? And just did my thing. You know what I mean?
Up until, okay, we're going to switch lanes a little bit. Let's switch lanes a little bit. So I'm going to go into the hip hop. Because you just, you on fire right now, man. You on fire right now.
I ain't tell you yet.
I know you didn't. So we can stay in this lane though. We can stay in this lane. Cause it seems like, okay, so before you actually went to prison, right? Tell me about like being entrenched in the lifestyle, how that affected you mentally and the people around you.
I mean, we have mentally me up. Any hustler, man, I learned in prison. My counselor told me, he said, your addiction is worse than that use the drug.
My mother used to say that.
And I had to learn that.
She said that to my brother, man.
If she did? Yeah, but I had to learn that. I'm like, how the fuck I'm selling drugs. I'm not using it. But my addiction is worse than the person that used the drug. So I was like, and I had to learn it as I'm being in there, you know what I mean, before I got out. You know what I'm saying? And I said, you know what? I'm gonna stop hustling. I said, I'm not hustling no more. So when I got out, I went to work release, and I was dealing with Barry Brown's sister at the time. So I told my sisters, don't tell her I'm home, because I want to surprise her. I'm gonna go to Atlanta. But I didn't know that on work release, you 5 and 2s, you can't go nowhere.
Yeah, where you
You know what
going?
I'm saying? Yeah, you can't go nowhere.
You going?
You gotta report.
Right.
Weekends 5 and 2, you work out every 5 days you go out, 2 days you're in the jail.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that. So she said, so I called her. She said, I know you home. You told your family, don't tell me you home. She said, this not somebody tonight. You ain't come here tonight. I said, I'm in the floor. I can't come home tonight.
Right.
So you gonna be
right.
You know what I mean? So that right there fucked me up. I was like, well, fuck it. You know what I mean? Then I got out, and then Anthony Mason, God bless his dead, played for the Knicks. He gave me $50,000. And he said, welcome home. You know what I'm saying? So I took it. And,
What college did he go to?
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
TSU, one of them in Tennessee though.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So my man at the time,
He gave you 50,000?
50,000.
Straight cash?
Straight cash. And my man, F.O., Fox, God bless his dad, you know what I mean? I gave him 25 of it. I sent him uptown to go get it. Man, they sold him some bull. That money up. I was
Fox. Well, you mentioned Fox.
Fox. Maserati.
Okay. You gotta say these names because people don't know. Like I know who you're talking about, but we gotta, you know what I'm saying, to make it go full circle.
That's
you know
my
what I'm
little
saying?
bro.
Yeah.
Right? So I was paying the cleaners down the block from the projects, saying I worked there. So they got on me. It's like, yo, the counselor called me. He said, where you at? I said, I'm at work. He said, no, you ain't, because the PO is there. I said, I left for lunch. I said, I was at work. I'm at lunch. where you go to get lunch? I said, I came home. You ain't home because I'm here. I said, I just hung the phone up. I said, these niggas got me. So now I go done. So I go to work release, and they, you know, in work release they got these tags. Red tags mean you go back to the 4th floor.
Right.
They send you back up north. So when they lock the door on yours, you can't run and get out.
Yeah.
So when I seen the red tag, it was too late. The door was shut. I seen the red tag on my name. I'm like, damn, these niggas got me. So now they put me on the 4th floor. You know what I mean? So the counselor, they brought me downstairs. They said, listen, do you have a job? Because if you don't have no job, we got to send you back up north. And I'm like, hold on. So I called my man, Corey Rooney. You know what I mean? At the time, he produced Mariah Carey, Jennifer Lopez. You know, he's going on, Father MC. He was like, he had everybody. You know what I'm saying? Puff. You know what I'm saying? He was doing everybody. You know what I mean? So I said, Corey, I said, I'm locked back up. I said, I need a job. He said, what can I pay you? Because, you know, I get money. He's like, yo, he said, you ain't got to pay me. I said, just give me a check stub and saying I work for you. So he said, what the counselor? I said, right here, get the phone. He said, yo, I got my job. And I started at Soul Convention. That's in Queens, on Cross Island. And I started just being there. And I'm start playing PlayStation with my PO. Because she was cool.
Right.
So we were playing PlayStation together all day with me. So then I said to myself, I said, yo, let me learn how to produce. Let me learn this before I even, you know what I mean? And I was sitting there watching Marky D, God bless the dead, because he's Corey's partner. They produce everything together.
Bismarck?
No.
Oh.
Bismarck, my dude, that's another story.
Okay.
But Prince Marky D from the Fat Boys.
Prince Marky D, you said, okay, I didn't.
Yeah, from the Fat Boys. So I learned how to produce, and then Coogee Rap had a song called It's a Shame. So Corey came to me and said, yo, this is your first song, you're gonna remix It's a Shame. So I'm on the song talking like I'm puffing. Take that, you know, and then me and him did the beat together.
This is legendary.
So it made the album, made it, and then Russell Simmons called me like, yo, what's up with you? What you doing? You know, I said, no, I'm working. You know, I'm with Corey. He said, yo, I got a job for you, right? Then Tom Mottola, Mariah Carey ex-husband, he's like, yo, I want to give you a job at Sony.
At Sony, okay.
At Sony, and I was like, I waited, you know, Run DMC, I grew up with them, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to Def Jam.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I went to Def Jam, and I ain't know what was going on. I'm sitting in my office, I ain't had no pictures, I had nothing up.
Right.
I'm just sitting there looking at the desk, and I ain't know what I was doing. So my first artist was D.V. Alias Christ. He from Brooklyn.
I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him. That voice is insane.
Insane.
They said I ain't gonna even say it.
He the first.
I'm not gonna say it. His pen is crazy.
His pen is
and he wrote for a lot of people. Listen, this is what I know.
Yeah, he wrote for people.
He wrote for a lot of people, and I'm not gonna say the big names too.
Yeah, he did.
Big names.
His mom, shout out his moms, man. His mom's good people. That's my girl. She's good people.
I follow Son on the gram. Good dude. He still played a good quality music too.
Good dude, man.
Yeah,
good dude. He gave me the chance, like to me to work on his album, and then I got to Trigger.
Yep.
I got the Trigger. I mean Trigger. You know what I mean? And then Slick Rick, I started doing Slick Rick album, art of storytelling. You know what I mean? So I did that whole album. And then LL called me one day, LL Cool J, and he said, yo, what's up? I said, what's up? Who this? He said, it's Todd. I said, Todd who?
Todd.
He says, LL Cool J, nigga. I said, oh, what's up? What's up? He said, yo, I want you to work on my album. Then he said, yo, I'm at my grandma's house. Come to my grandma's house. I said, I bet. And I rolled in. From that day, we was in his basement, and we started pinning and working. And I just the whole album like the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? And when me and him was working, I remember Kevin Lyles said, "Yo, you got to come with the title of the album." And me and Els on the plane come from California, and we was throwing names back and forth. And I said, "Yo, you the GOAT." Because I know I play ball, so I said, Earl the GOAT, man, I go from Harlem, he from here. Right. So I said, "You the GOAT." And then I came and told Kevin and them, and Jay-Z was sitting there with us.
Wait a minute. Time out, champ. Who came up with that money? Who came up with that acronym?
I did.
You came up with the acronym GOAT.
GOAT. 2000. Probably 1999. 2000, that's when the album came out. You know what I mean? You look at all the credits, you see my name all on it as executive producer. You know what I mean? And then everybody started saying the GOAT. And I was mad because I was like, I didn't trademark the name. You know what I mean? And, you know, I pray a lot. So I just prayed like, yo, how you let me miss that one out? You know what I'm saying? How did I miss that out? And then one day this chick was reading me the Bible, and God said, "Follow the sheep, follow the lamb." I remember I was younger. I was been a block, 12 years old, and dudes come from prison. I used to watch some niggas walk. They walk slow with a bandana in their back, and they, they was just cool. I was like, I want to go to prison. I said, I want to go to jail. I want to be like these niggas, right? And niggas like, yo, I'm wolf in sheep clothing. No fuck with me. You know what I mean? So I branded, named my clothing line called Wolf in Sheep Clothing, and put the sheep on the front. You know what I mean? Not the goat, but the sheep.
Yeah.
So it just, I was like, God give me
I
gifts.
saw that.
He give me gifts all the time. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta follow that gift. You know what I mean? And so I started just coming up with that. I go to out of the country, go to Turkey, and get it made in Istanbul. You know what I mean? Because that's where the fabric capital at.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's doing well.
So when you first entered the industry, who was some of the people, rather, that influenced you, like as far as mentors and
mentors?
Yeah, that really introduced you to the game and educated
Russell Simmons, Kevin Lyles, Leo Cohen, LL Cool J, Jam Master J, DMC.
What is it, that one thing that you think that they saw in you that said, you know what, we're gonna believe in him, we're gonna pour into him?
My ear. Russell said that to me one day. He said, your ear is crazy. I have an ear for music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can hear something and know, that's it. Or I can see this person and I can look at you and I can tell. You know what I'm saying? Like,
is that where the nickname come from, or is that?
Nah, my nickname comes from my brother. I got a twin brother, Joe.
Okay.
And you heard 50 say, I know niggas get money like Bimmy and Joe. You know what I mean? That's my brother, Joe, my twin brother.
Okay, yeah.
And
So
people,
you got a twin.
people used to say to him like, to me, like, who is that? And at the time, I know I say my brother. He not say my brother. He would say my Bimmy. You know what I mean? So that stuck on me all through my life.
That's the name.
Yeah, my brother gave me that name.
That's crazy. So you work with some iconic artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you share, like, your first experiences when working out, when we're working with, particular artists that you work with? Some of your first experiences.
My favorite, one of them was DVL is Christ. Because that was my beginning.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because before Def Jam, I was in studios working, and there's this guy by the name was Trust. He had a studio in Queens in the basement. He's a producer, but everybody in Queens go to his crib and make records. So then I started putting things together with guys making records. You know what I'm saying? And then Trust is one of them. My main guy was LL Cool J. Like, I learned how to produce really because of him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people don't understand the genius of that man. That's why he's still here. You know what I mean? Like, I watch him say one word, like, and I'll never forget it, I blaze you. Like, he'll say, I blaze you like 30 times. I blaze you, I blaze you. Like, he got to get that blaze right. I blaze you, I blaze you. Like, he'll say it 40, 50 times. He'll call me 4 or 5 in the morning. You know what I mean? And I'm like, nah. You know what I mean? He was like, yo, check this out. Ooh, ooh. And that's why I respect him so much. He's a multi-millionaire. You feel me?
He's a perfectionist.
He's a perfectionist. He don't give a who give him the information. He's taking it and he's taking it to himself.
And
like, he'll be in this room with us and he'll be quiet. He listening to everything everybody's saying, and he analyzing everybody.
Student.
The student.
Still a student of the game.
I mean, to the game, to the streets.
The greatest of all time, still a student. That is man, damn.
But you know, if you go back in history, like Michael Jordan was raised by his brothers, made him great. Serena Williams, her father. You know what I'm saying? Derek Jeter, his father. You know.
Everybody that's great had to listen to somebody.
You know what I'm saying? And me personally.
My man Drake say that to me.
Yeah. I listen to people. You know what I mean? I don't, I don't lose focus.
Where do you think you get that from? Where do you think you get that characteristic, that trait from?
Listening. My mom's whipping my because I ain't listen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But, I watch a lot of mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I watch many mistakes. And I said, I'm not going on that path. I'm not going on that road. You know what I'm saying? So mainly, I learned like early age, like The reason why we got stop signs and yield and green, red. You know what I mean? You got to obey them signs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? People give you them signs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to watch people. They gonna give you the signs.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's how I probably, I ain't gonna say probably, that's how I survive.
So you said you had this ear with like a lot of the greats, a lot of legendary people that you named, probably like 8 or 9 of them you named, said you have this ear. What is the one trait that you look for in an artist?
Voice.
Voice?
Voice. Your voice is its own instrument.
Oh, you know it. When you say that, yeah, you know what you're talking about. That's what they tell, yeah.
Because you hear guys over certain beats, they don't sound right. You know what I mean? Because that instrument ain't going with that beat. If I put Slick Rick on an 808 beat, his voice is soft, it's small, he's storytelling. It ain't gonna sound right. It's gonna smother him. You're not gonna feel him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you listen to Biggie, Biggie make you feel him. I don't give a fuck. He ain't got no beat. You're gonna feel what he's saying. Because his voice.
I got a Biggie question for you. We have brung up Anthony Mason. God bless the dead, man.
True.
True. You already know what I'm gonna ask.
True. I you know what's so funny about that? I'm in Queens. I'm hustling. I'm at my height. I'm hustling. He came to me, asked for a gun. Came to me, asked for a gun. I said, for what? I'm a sinner. You ain't gotta go.
Right.
You better go to NBA.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta do all that.
Right.
And at the time, they made that song. You know what I mean? And
I got a story to
tell. And I knew when Fat Joe said it, I said, that's what it was. You know what I mean?
It clicked.
It clicked. It came late. I'm like, he was talking about.
It came to me like a song I wrote.
You know what I mean?
That's what Big said. It came to me like a song I wrote.
Wow. That's what it came. That's why Mace wanted. He's gonna do it himself. Like me and him be in the car. Like we go to a Knick game, and I be in the car with him. We go to the Midtown Tunnel. He cut the lights out in the car and take his teeth out of his mouth. Like yo, put your teeth in your mouth, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, good brother, man. God bless his dad, man. I love Mace. Great friend, great brother. You know what I mean? And they ain't making him to me like that. I'm talking about NBA because they control you.
Right.
They could control him.
You can tell by his game that he was in control.
No, he was
monster handling the ball. Like
he didn't give a fuck.
Queens, man.
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck.
Mark Jackson, man.
Oh, that's my brother, man.
Huh?
Mark's my brother. He raised me too. I ain't gonna front on Mark.
His brother, God bless his dad, man.
Escalade. That's my guy too.
Yeah.
Troy, God bless his dad. Me and Troy used to argue so much, man. I had a team in Rucker, Skip Them Out Lou, Showtime, Special Effect.
Okay.
My Brandon from Maryland, my DC brought him out here and
balled out.
And Escalade, he would never run down the court. I'm like, yo, bro, it'd be 4 or 5. If I try to take him out, he'd be mad.
Right.
I'm like, yo, why you arguing? You ain't running down the court.
Right.
You know what I mean? Big, but he can't handle him down that paint. Escalade put that spin move on you, put that body on you. Yeah. Thank you, all type of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mark, you know what I mean? Mark is a great guy, man. You know what I mean?
Why do you think that they keep denying him his opportunity to coach, and I think he deserves a job. Like I really believe this is just my opinion, right? My opinion matters, if only to himself, only to myself. That Steph Curry, right? He was the blueprint for Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, the Splash Brothers. You agree with that?
I totally agree.
And I just think that he really deserves another opportunity, man.
Yeah, a lot of people thought
second chances, man.
Yeah, a lot of people thought he was losing his mind when he said they're the greatest shooters in the game ever, and it came true. He proved himself over and over again.
Yo, that man post game retarded.
Yo, dog, I'm gonna tell you something. I was
post game, man.
15,
and his teardrop.
I was playing with Mark. I was on a team. Right? I can play. Right. I was on a team, but everybody was better than me. They was pros, all of them pros, but they had me on the team. So one day, Mark's like, yo, make me a sandwich on a bus. I said, all right, that's my big dog. So
Right.
Next you know, all the other players, yo, Bill, make me a sandwich. I'm like, yo, I'm like, Mark, like, yo, I ain't gonna do my little brother like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then half the players ain't short one game. And I had to start. So I was playing with this guy named Junie, blonde Junie from Queens. And the Wheeler brothers, they played for Bishop Loughlin. They played with Mark at Bishop Loughlin. And Mark said, we're going to bust they. And, yo, this bust my. I couldn't do nothing with this motherfucker. He's older than me, but Mark was like, go at him, go. Mark was giving me the confidence, but I wasn't strong enough. You know what I'm saying? Mark was giving me
He a
confidence.
leader, man. He just
a crazy leader. Crazy leader. He gonna get the best out you. That day made me realize he trying to get the best out of me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What do you think has been your proudest moment as a manager at A&R?
My proudest moment? Going #1. Going platinum in a week.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was with who?
LL, Slick.
Okay.
Both of them too. You know what I mean? And I was throwing out release parties like every day for Rick. When I was in Vansville working in the studio, I was throwing parties every week. You know what I'm saying? And I'll never forget this day. You know, I threw a party in his shed. You know, a lot of white people, and somebody stole all the liquor.
Right.
So I'm like, shut the music off, everything. I said, yo, the party's over. So everybody was mad. I was like, yo, if the liquor come back, we're gonna start back over. And this chick told him, took it. I said, yo, go get that liquor, right? So he went and got the liquor, brought it back. I said, now get the fuck out the house. He left. So I go outside, make sure he leave or whatever. He come back with a white chick on the back of the bike. She's like, you, Bimmy. I'm like, you just bugged out.
Right.
I said, you just stole all the liquor for the people. You go to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it was fun though. You know what I'm saying? It was fun. That was one of my proudest moments, you know what I mean, with Slick. Like Slick is a great artist. I learned a lot from him too. I learned a lot. Like his storytelling and the way he do his voices.
Share a little bit about
his
a
voice,
studio experience.
with Slick, he'll come in and Clark Kent. That's my guy. Clark Kent did a lot of music for me.
Yeah, he makes some great beats.
Great beats. That's my guy.
And his historical mindset.
He knows. Clark is one of the guys that taught me too. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Okay.
Clark, with a musical genius.
Yes.
Like he knows, like an artist to a beat would beat this. He said, "Bim, listen to this." Then he start rhyming on it, like you know what I mean. And I was like, "Damn, Clark."
Jay-Z greatness has something greatly to do with Clark.
Clark. Right. But people never, like guys like him, they'll never give him their props. Anybody
from them first 2 albums, producers. I mean, you got the Just Blaze, the Kanye's, and you get what I'm saying. But before them, when we fell in love with Jay, Clark Kent. You get what I'm saying?
And the game, like I've been trying to show, right? What's his kid's name? They made that beat for Buster. Put your eyes in your hands, you can see. They made that beat. So I met him. I said, listen, I'm taking out a meeting with Leo. Let's get the money. I brought him and sat with Leo. Leo told him, listen, I'm gonna give you out like 100,000 for 10 beats. But at the time, and he was like, nah, we got more beats. Never made another record in their life. And I told him, should have took that money. When a motherfucker put that money on that table, grab it.
That's it.
Grab it. Because you got money to live now. Now you can prove yourself more.
And let's talk about Leo as his business savvy, his business savviness. Is that
Leo
has he taught you anything about business?
Yes.
Really
Leo, I knew Leo before he was Leo. Like he was Run DMC's road manager.
Right.
And one year we was on the road, me and Hurricane, Garfield.
Hurricane G?
No, not Hurricane G. Hurricane was the DJ for the Beastie Boys.
Oh, okay.
But me and him was with Run DMC.
Okay.
In the B-Boy stand, whenever you see Run DMC, I'm on one side, he on the other side.
Okay.
So we in the B-Boy stand together. And it was this dude, he threw like some chains on the stage at Run. So we looking at shit. We didn't know where it came from. So we looking. So we see nothing more chains come up. So I said, so Run like, yo, like that. But he on the mic, he doing his thing. Then all of a sudden, this dude bought about 10,000 on the stage of change. There we go. We all run across the stage. Get them. Woo. Back then, you can. So we was doing our thing. Woo. And they came. God bless that Mookie, who's LL security. He's, yo, let him go, let him go. So dropped him. You know what I mean? They had him. They dropped him, whatever. Me and Hurricane left. So Russell called me like, yo, did you touch that guy? Because that next day he died. And I said, man, I ain't touched that motherfucker, right? So that was that. And then Leo was like, yo, they gotta go home. They gotta go home. So Run told me, listen, if my boys go home, the tour's over. You know what I mean? And that was my first interaction with Leo. You know what I mean? He's like,
Run was a stand-up tough guy.
yeah, he was.
Right?
Yeah, he
That's
was.
what I heard about Run, man.
He was. Good dude. You know, it's a family man. But
Yeah.
you know, so later on in years to come, Leo was in power at Def Jam.
Okay.
And Russell called him and said, yo, Bim coming over there.
He said,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I went
right,
over
that's
there,
right.
Leo said, your office is right there. So I sat there and I was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it started. You know what I mean? It started. No, I ain't turned back. And Russell said, one thing Russell said to me, I'll never forget. Russell said, listen, if I hear you in the streets with them guys, back in the streets, I'm firing you. I said to Russell, I said, you ain't ever worry about that. I'm done. I'm done. And he said, once you get a check in this business, you always get a check. You know what I mean? I'm like, that jewel right there stuck with me.
once you get a check in this business,
You always get a check. So I ain't turning back.
That's a gem.
You know what I mean? And I was like 30-something years ago.
Ooh. Okay, so let's go
And
back.
he bought my car. Because what happened was,
He bought your car?
yeah, Leo. So what happened was, I just take the train. I was on work release.
Right.
I just got out, whatever. So I'm on the train, right? But I always have my razor on me. You know, in jail. So I'm razor. So I'm on the train, but I'm listening to beats. So I'm getting beats from all type of producers. So I'm listening to beats. I'm down the train, the grade go up to Varick Street, and this dude, he had a bunch of keys. He came to me. He said, yo, what you listening to? Like that. So I'm like this on my headphone, what I'm listening to. So I'm like, yo, make it beats. There ain't no music. He said, yo, my car upstairs. You know, I can drop you off. Man, I looked at this. I said, man, get the fuck out of my face, man. Right? Because I was going to cut this day. I'm like, you trying to pick me up? I got to the office that day, and I'm on Jazz Young. Who was in the office? Homegirl. She worked with Murder Inc. now. And Darcel. And I said, and they looked at me because I was fucked up. I was like, yo, what's wrong? I said, yo, man, this trying to pick me up today. Like, I want to cut this.
Yeah.
Right? And he said, nah, Bim, you just came home, you don't get no trouble. He said, go to your office, relax. That whole day, my whole day was fucked up. I had to go home. Cause I was like, this nigga tried me. This nigga tried to pick me up.
Right.
And I told Leo, I went to Leo's office. I said, yo, man, I can't even take it on trains, man. He said, yo, go to the car dealership and go pick a car out. I got a 500.
What?
For her, okay, 500. And Leo got it for me. You know what I mean? Don't forget that.
So why do Leo get such a bad rap, man? Like,
I mean, Dame my brother. That's number one.
okay.
Love Dame.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's my brother. And this be my problem. I be cool with,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
It's tough. It's tough.
It is tough.
It's tough, man.
Because they look
I
at
get
you
what you're
like
saying.
you would stay next to him. Y'all shouldn't be beefing.
Right.
You
Right.
should get into this money.
Right. Right.
You know
That's
what
what y'all taught me.
Yeah.
What are they talking about?
Yeah. Y'all doing.
Yeah.
Get to the money. Because that's what's important. When you with them Jews, they show you, I hate them. I'm going to get money with them. You know what I mean? Get money.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Leo's a stand-up good guy. You know what I mean? Business is business.
Right.
You know, if your paperwork ain't right, you know what I'm saying, with the business, that's on you. You got to take care of your business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you can find out dudes ain't stand up.
When did you learn that aspect? This is business.
Streets.
Nothing personal.
Nothing personal. I always tell you, nothing personal. Streets. You know what I mean? And one thing I did learn in the streets is you got to learn how to spare people. Because you never know one day you're going to be spared. You know what I mean? When shit happened, you be like, that karma came.
So in that year sitting around praying before he even gave you the spot, is that one of the things?
Absorbing game.
It's just all game.
All game. Absorbing.
And why does, that doesn't happen. That process doesn't happen anymore. And I'm just not talking about the streets on all levels. Like, a lot of young people not receptive to the OGs.
Because you know why? They didn't grow up with aunts and uncles and G's that
Crack fucked that up.
Yeah, crack fucked it up. Because
Y'all fucked that up, Bimmy.
no, we ain't fucked it up.
Crack fucked it up,
The
Bimmy.
government put
Yeah, they did put it in there, but
They put it in there.
we gotta take We got to take some accountability here.
No, you can't, because you know what?
Why we can't take no accountability, man? We got to take something.
If they gave us jobs and made a way.
But this is what I'm saying.
They made a way for us.
Let's go back to slavery, right? They let us go. We ain't have no education, no nothing. Somebody made a breakthrough, right? Somebody knew the blueprint. Somebody knew the blueprint to do the right. Because it's black people that don't sell crack. They're successful.
How many though? Very seldom.
We don't
Very
know.
seldom.
I don't
Because
know. I don't know great numbers, but I'm just saying, like, it has to be some accountability here.
It can't be for us. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why, Pete.
Why not?
Listen, the reason why is my father served the service here.
Okay.
He's a parachuter. He came home. They ain't had no job.
The man jumped out planes?
Yeah, he ain't had no job.
Right.
He got on dope. They didn't have no job for him. You know what I mean? Then the welfare
He's a veteran.
kicked in. Yeah, then the welfare kicked in. You know what they did with the welfare? They told my mom, said, listen, if you have a man in this house, we ain't funding your kids no more.
Oh, yeah.
So they
No,
made
you
it
got the
where-
government firsthand.
Yeah,
I'm
so
hearing what you're saying.
So they made it where is that no man could be in that crib.
You gotta get the fuck out of here.
So if no man in your crib, who raising
No
you?
structure.
A woman.
A woman.
And if the woman working 3 jobs, who's
So
raising your crib?
you don't get no
So-
type of attention. You don't get the structure. You don't get none of the discipline you need.
So who's guiding us? So we grown up with free lunches. I'm in houses fighting for free lunches to bring home to eat.
But yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm counting my free lunches every day so my brother and sister won't eat them.
Yeah.
I'm in like this. 1, 2.
Because
Hold
I
on,
gotta
everybody
eat.
come downstairs. Free lunch is missing.
Right.
Who ate my free lunch?
Ain't my
You know what I mean?
free shit, man.
So we poverty. We going crazy
Right.
from the mothers and fathers, because back then the mothers, they was housewives. They didn't have jobs. There's
Traditional.
tradition, like the father bring
Father
home,
work, Brenda, he provide, and you stay home,
You stay
take
with
care of the
kids.
babies. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when they said father, get the fuck out the house, the mother was never working. So what the fuck she gonna do? What can she teach
So
us?
the kids said what?
No, we had to go out there and get it
That's
ourselves.
Right. We gotta go get it.
So whenever they provided for us to sell, we sold. You feel me? We sold it. You know what I'm saying? But also at the same time, we was doing bus rides, bus trips, putting kids through college.
And you know what? Accountability aspect, but we'll look at some positive things that came up out of that, because we still have family structure. It still was a family, a person that was taking care of everybody in the hood. Listen, come get to the ice cream truck. Come get these trips.
Sell it out.
We're getting buses, we sending them on trips. They said, what's the boy name from Detroit, man? Big Meats. They said he used to get the planes and fly everybody out, man. They said he used to get the planes and fly everybody out.
Those are dudes that was working with them. I'm talking about neighborhoods where they in the poverty, where they in fucked up, the lights is out,
And you
food.
taking care of everybody.
them.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I've been in houses.
Where you get that philanthropy from? That? Where you get that of wanting to give all the time, to give and give people? I just want to say this too. Like, I've seen things online where I'm looking at it like, oh, yo, he gave these people chances. Where do you get that heart of gold from, when you always giving somebody a second chance, or you giving them opportunity? Where you get that from?
When I was younger, I wish somebody would have came to me and gave me that chance. You know what I mean? So I look at somebody that look like me, looking in their eyes, and I see the hunger, and I see the fucked up in them, and you know, I watch people turn people down, because I got turned down so many times. So I was like, man, let me get this to this. Let me do this for them. Let me do this. Let me do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard. Like, for instance, I be getting DMs from people I don't even know. Dudes say, yo, bro, I had 2 heart attacks. I might not make the next one. I don't know I'm gonna be here. He said, but I just want to shake your hand. You know what I'm saying? And I hope he see this, because I want him to call me, because I want to shake his hand. I want to be like 2 weeks ago, I'm in Atlanta, right? I took my sister Deb to brunch. So me and Deb at brunch, right? Me and her ordered so much. We did the table, but we ordered some shrimp something to go. Me and her. So Walker came, and we went crazy in there. We was eating and whatever. So now I get in the back seat. I told Devin Walker drove, right? And his man drove his truck. So we go into Walker's restaurant. We go to a bus stop. We on the way to the bus stop. I see a whole family right there with little kids. Whole family. Just 3 weeks ago. A whole family. My stomach is fucking full, bro. Her stomach is full. His stomach is full.
Right.
Walker took out $400, peeled off, handed to the lady. I took the food, handed the food. We get down the block, we ready to go to the restaurant. So Deb's, I'm hungry. Where my food at? I said, I gave it to the family. He said, motherfucker, I want to take that.
Deb lost her mind.
I want to
Talking
taste
about food.
About food. I'm like, yo, I gave it to the family. I said, Deb, we just ate. We don't need that. But I got really from her to give because she started Ludacris Foundation. And I was a watcher, go food shopping for families. I mean, take care of families. I want to take care of kids. That ain't even her kid.
So that was cultivated in the culture of your home.
Yeah, of my home.
Okay.
Because my house, we had a bunch of everybody live with us. Cousins, friends.
Yeah.
You come out crib,
I
you
grew up
can
in one of them households.
Yeah, you know how I go. Everybody did.
Yeah.
So when one person eat, we all eat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And,
Right.
you know, I grew up like, and we ain't had no heat in the house. You know what I'm saying? I used to have my sister's blow dryer. I'd be in the bed with the blow dryer.
Wow.
It's trying to stay warm. And my brother told my mom, like, you been me in the blow dryer. So she come in and beat me like, nigga, you gonna start a fire. Cause I fall asleep with the blow dryer on me. You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy. I think that's where a lot of my giving and like my heart, like you really can't do nothing to me. Whatever you take, whatever, is nothing.
Right.
You can take.
You can't take nothing from me.
You can't take no food.
Because I got a giving heart. I'm gonna give this.
Not just having a giving heart. It's just that God give me to give.
Right.
I can't hold on to it.
And when you get that spirit, that's that strong spirituality.
Yeah, my grandmother. She take care of the whole neighborhood. She took care of all my uncles. She took care of my mom. She took care of my brothers and sisters. Like we lived with her. Like all my mother kids, we lived with my grandmother. Like my cousin would be in the bed with her. Yeah, my cousin, God bless him, he used to be in the bed with her. I said, Grandma, I want to sleep with you. He said, no, TC in the bed. Go get that bed in the dining room. She had beds in the dining room.
Wow.
Dining table right here, Thanksgiving, whatever, our beds is there.
So you witnessed the evolution of hip hop, right? Firsthand. In your opinion, how has the genre changed over the years, as far as musically and culturally? The genre. I said it right.
Well, I'll say it was more like trust and more respect for each other's value of music. You know what I mean? Like, just like the divide, we talked about dividing the house, moving our fathers out, they divided us in music and made, like, I'm from Atlanta. We started this culture. We don't listen to New York no more. LA, we got over here. You know what I mean? They divided us. They divided us. And now each individual, like when I was working, I was making records with Outkast. You feel me? I make records with Snoop.
Right.
I make records. I mean every coast making records.
Yeah, you got coastal. You going,
Yeah. Now you're not getting
tapping to any demographic.
Right. Any demographic.
That leads me to a question. I wrote this on my car while I was coming up here. I said, I want to ask Ben, who idea was it to break French in Atlanta with that chopper down, with that record? Who idea was that?
Well, my cousin Frenchie, he said he bought him the dab. That's not true. Me and French is in my living room in Jersey, in Edgewater. He had some white girl with him, white lady. She was managing him or whatever, handling his business. And he's like, yeah, I gotta meet your sister. You know what I'm saying? And I made the call. And he went out there. You know what I'm saying? And he went on tour walking Gucci. You know what I'm saying? And then they started making music and making records. You know what I mean?
So it was Deb idea to break that record in Atlanta.
Yeah, Deb.
Because you rarely see artists, I mean, smart artists know to work from the bottom to the top. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what happened what do you think happened with New York in terms of being, we know we're pioneers, of course, because it started here, right? That's gonna be another question I ask you later. But what do you think would happen to New York dominance? Do you blame the DJs? Do you blame the artists? Do you blame the media? Who do you think takes the,
I mean, saying the blunt of it is, I'm
that?
gonna say the DJs. Because they start playing other music from other places. Like if you go to LA right now, you gonna hear LA music. You go to Atlanta, you gonna hear Atlanta music. In New York, you hear other places' music. You don't hear New York music. You know what I mean? You might hear Cardi B. You might hear
but you don't hear our sound. The
You don't
sound
hear
that we're known from.
boom bap.
You
don't
really
hear the
don't
boom
hear
bap.
that boom bap.
You don't hear that boom bap.
You ain't gonna hear Griselda on the radio.
No,
you gotta go look for that.
Yeah, you ain't gonna hear that.
You ain't gonna hear
You got
Benny
the
the
underground
Butcher.
stations after 12, something
Right.
like that. You're not gonna hear these guys. You know what I mean? And that's where New York fell because the programmers are not from New York.
Ebro's from
He's from LA.
Oakland.
Oakland, you know, and you know,
You gotta
Ebro's cool. But what I'm saying is you gotta put somebody that's from here, this neighborhood, and put them in our stations.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they got roots in other places that of course they're gonna play their artists. They don't got their roots ain't here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they're not gonna play out. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think is culturally right? So like you seen 40 in the movement over there, right? What do you think? Who do you think the demographic, far as demographic, who's the most influential right now?
Right now,
Right now.
Atlanta. Atlanta. And don't sleep. Memphis. Memphis.
I don't know about Memphis. Little's got an artist down there. I don't know his name. It's this dude. He got a nice voice too. You probably know. Big X is from. He's from. Big X the Plug is from Houston. But Memphis got some artists down there.
But you heard what I said, right? I said your voice
You did.
is another instrument.
You did say
They
that.
voices is different.
Music.
Yeah.
Let the music. Glow voice.
Oh, her voice is crazy.
Glow voice and Moneybag Yo voice.
Voice is crazy.
And what's the other name? Yo Gotti.
You got it, yeah.
They voices is crazy. But let's take it back. We're doing a little history here. Let's take it back to 8-Ball MJG.
Another one.
Different voices.
Another one.
They
Pimp
dance
C.
on music.
Pimp C.
Pimp C, yeah, Pimp C Houston.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Houston.
Oh my God. Them down some Scarface. Don't play with
Yeah, Scarface.
Don't play with
I
Scarface.
work with Scarface.
I wanted to ask you about that. Because I didn't
Stand
read
up,
that
Doc.
nowhere. I didn't
Stand
read
up.
that nowhere, but let me just tell you, Scarface is my favorite artist.
Stand up.
When I was up top, if anybody said anything about Scarface, just anything, I wanted to fight.
Yeah.
Like for real, in real life.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to fight you. If you didn't like Scarface, I don't like you.
Yeah.
Like how you don't like Face?
Man, Face.
Like Face talk that.
Monster.
Talk about the session that which y'all
With
created
Face?
together.
Man.
You seen his Tiny Desk?
Nah.
Oh, you ain't see his Tiny Desk? Oh my God, you gotta see his Tiny. He had Mike Dean there. Oh my
That's his
God.
guy.
They create magic.
I
Mike
work with
Dean.
Warren G. I work with Warren G.
You work with Warren G?
Yeah.
So
Warren G.
when he's on Def Jam,
Yeah, was on Def Jam.
so
I
the
work with
record that
artists.
he put. Let me ask you a question.
After Regulator.
Let me ask you a question. It's a rumor saying that Warren G saved Def Jam in '94 with that hit record.
Nah, I can't say that.
That's what they saying. Bim, let's okay. Hypothetically speaking, I don't do Def. I'm gonna pay Angel's Advocate, right? West Coast. It was 93, 94. I mean, we had Big. No, we had Wu, MOP, and Big, and Nas, right? But the West Coast was still Def Jam. None of them was signed to
Def Jam
Def Jam.
West. Def Jam
Who
West.
was signed to Def Jam then? I don't know. They was loud records. They was loud.
I was
And
working
Nas
with-
was Columbia.
I was working with Dub C at the time, I think. Dub C.
Oh, you was working with Dub C?
Yeah, I worked with Dub C.
Mm.
Yeah, real one.
He got a voice too. His
voice.
voice.
Yeah, real one.
I'm gonna say something to you, and I want to see your reaction, right? DOC. Do you put him? I put him on Rakim level. He never lost his voice. I think he belongs there. That first album,
I wouldn't say Rakim level. He's a music, like songwriter, songmaker.
Yeah.
Rakim is lyrical. He
DOC wasn't lyrical for his time in 1990.
he's a songmaker. When you say like Nas is a lyrical,
Yeah, lyrical.
you say Tupac, he's a lyrical motherfucker.
DOC wasn't lyrical to you?
No, he was the songmaker.
He was. After his voice, he lost his voice.
No,
man.
before he's a songmaker.
No one can do it better. That first album.
That's a song.
No, just all the music, the formula.
A song.
I can't fight with you.
I mean,
You sound like Mike. Mike's be like, but what did he say, oh?
Yeah.
Mike used to be like, that's who trained my ear.
yeah,
My son-
Mike's a lyrical.
My son trained my ear. I rap my ass off. I'm nice.
Yeah.
That motherfucker trained my ear because I used to be like, Lloyd Banks, boom, 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 G Unit. And he had Mike's had this little thing. I'm going to just say it. He had this little thing him and Fifth had because he thought Fifth was Fifth Man had a song called Problem Child.
Yeah.
And he thought that Mice was talking about that.
Mice was called Problem Child. When I was on that, I remember he's with Tone. He's with Tone.
Tone, you know Tone.
Yeah.
You know Tone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Queens.
Tone is family. And I Triple S, yes. And I Triple S, that's the family. Tone is family. I met Tone up top. On the phone. When I came home, Tone was making sure we was good up top.
Yeah, Tone good.
Tone a good. Tone is, you know, I know you don't know Tone. Tone is around Fat Cat them time and all them. Tone was doing this.
He was Tony.
Yeah. Tony Montana. He was up. Yep. Tone's a good dude, man. Tone is solid, bro.
Solid.
Super solid.
Solid.
Super solid. And this is around the time Graf was with
Black Hand.
He's with Chaz. Yeah, I know a little bit. I know a
you know a lot.
I know a lot. I know a lot. But yeah, Graf, go about Graf, man. Graf was just on Drink Champs. Oh my God.
Graf is lyrical.
Yo, y'all quit. Let me tell you something. Brooklyn, I love my Brooklyn, but Queens, rapping ability.
See, Brooklyn, they got that delivery.
Yeah.
You gonna believe what he's saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna believe.
And that fool. You know he did.
How about some hardcore?
Yeah,
You know
how about some hardcore? Yeah, that's
like, you gonna believe.
Big Daddy Kane, JC.
Problem.
Duck down. Oh my God, Sean P. Oh, them boys. Brooklyn got some spitters, bro.
Yeah.
Smith and Wesson,
neck
love
and neck.
them.
Queens of Brooklyn. I always argue people about Queens of Brooklyn rappers and yo, man.
It's just like, oh man, this is hard. I don't even want to bring this shit up. Hov and Nas, I hate it. Y'all should be ready to fight behind it. Like when Nas came out with Ether and Jay How he just, I'm like, oh. Like we used to go at it. Like CEOs just tell us we gotta shut the fuck up, but we going to the box like. Cause we used to argue about Jay. Remember that? Who was the best MC? Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas? Come on, man. That's why I be trying to think now. With today's climate, right? In New York City, right? Who do you remember a few years ago, like 2022? What's that boy named that Mace? Mace was managing him.
Oh, from Brooklyn?
Fabio Foreign, right? Mm-hmm. He self-proclaimed, say he was the king of New York, right? And I was just like, nah, you just don't check the boxes for me, right? So who would you say right now, like, is pushing that edge, that needle, not towards King of New York, because it's to me, it's big. Ain't no but the kings of this rap thing.
Let me tell you something.
Like, I just want to know.
It ain't
none.
Nicki Minaj.
Oh, you said Nicki?
Nicki. Oh. Let me tell you something. I went to a show a couple of months ago. I went to a show. Mm-hmm. That girl put on a show, man. She put on a show. Her record's hitting. Her performance, Nicki.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
And I just finished watching something where you said that Nicki, you don't feel that Nicki paid to have the proper respect in terms of her getting on. Like y'all chauffeur her, she chauffeured her in, and she didn't pay the proper homage to Deb. Like, but is that still a thing, or is they reconciled, or what's the space with that?
Deb work with Nicki right now.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah,
they together. So you know, I don't get involved. Like Nicki, that's my sister. You know what I mean? And we all got feelings, and you know what I mean.
Right.
We don't know what you know what I mean. It was never a disrespect towards her.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I watch her grow. I watch her move. I watch her take care of business because she take care of business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And she is about her business.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I probably was in my feeling my sister because I watch, she do a lot for a lot of people.
Right.
And I watch them never give her props. You know what I'm saying? And out of all people, I'm like, Nick, you are family.
Right.
Gucci, you are family. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? All up. Mm-hmm. Y'all are family. My mom was wearing Nicki t-shirts all through the house when Nicki came out. You know what I mean? Like, we look at you, y'all family. You know what I mean? So when I see little whatever, I'm like, yo, come on, yo. Let's give it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, LL got a new record out right now. Mm-hmm. He got me all in it. Gave it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start filming with him next week.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With his documentary on his life. He put me in
right.
it. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't have to do that. but he's doing it.
You're a very integral piece in a lot of people's life, man. And
I mean, you gotta be solid. You gotta.
That's commendable, bro.
But see, one thing about life, you can't look for nothing.
Mm.
You feel me?
Mhm.
Because I was always taught you will never get disappointed if you look for something.
Mm.
So if it don't happen, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? My sister had a boyfriend. He played for Florida University, and I said, "Yo, I want some sneakers." And I ain't had in my crib, 10, 11 years old. He used to always lie to me. He said, "I sent them in the mail." I'm like, very strangler mailman. Like, yo, he sent the sneakers. Where they at? You bought them, man.
The sneakers
Where the
at?
sneakers at? Never sent them.
Yeah, you
know what I'm
playing
saying?
with me.
But I looked to him to give me them sneakers, but he never sent them. So I was disappointed.
Right.
So them type of things I learned, like, I don't look for you to do nothing for me, man. You know what I mean? And you ain't supposed to. I'm not your mother or your father.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So anybody do something for me, man, it's just gratitude, man. And to
Right.
show your honor. You know what I mean? And you got a friend for life.
Yeah, man.
You got a friend for life.
Earn it. It's all about earning for me, man. You gotta earn my respect, earn my loyalty, earn my trust, earn it. Like it's earned. It's an exchange.
But I always
exchange of energy.
I got a philosophy like I give everybody a rope. Either you gonna hang yourself or you gonna save somebody. You know what I'm saying? With that rope.
I'm about to ask you something, right? let me go through this because I got a quote for you, right? So I like to change your lane. I'm gonna change your lane with you once, and when I get to this end right here, you're gonna really appreciate this. I got a quote for you: "A man who stands for nothing will fall for anything."
That's right.
Man for anything for him.
Yeah, that's a man with no guidance, no principles, no morals. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you anything, and you're gonna follow it, cause you're not standing on it. You're going for anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When there ain't no truth to it. You know what I mean?
I got another quote for you because I just, people see this is the whole time. Like, I want people to understand that people like you need to be valued, not just from your past, but the mindset that you possess. Like, people need to hear like how you get what I'm saying as a manager, as an A&R, all these things, all your accolades. They need to understand how that's going to resonate with them when you explain yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to spark minds. You get what I mean? And that's why I like that a brother like you, lead.
I know when I used to go to bed at night, I think about my day, and I think what was said to me, what was done to me, and I think about it. And most of these guys is not thinkers, so they don't go home and think like, yo, that wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? And they don't stand for nothing.
Right.
Because a man would know, I'm not going to disrespect this man because he didn't show me disrespect. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do nothing to disrespect me or the culture or my family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In life is, Supreme taught me was, you got to learn how to spare people because you never know one day when you want to be spared. You know what I'm saying? So I live by that. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that's why I walk the way I walk. Because I learn how to spare people. You know what I mean? Because if you do something, you might do it to yourself. One thing I learned, because you shouldn't have did that.
That's crazy. Let's stick on the story with Preem a little bit, right? So there's a story that they're putting out. It's just, they said did they leave you out of it, or are you part of it, or?
See, people don't understand this, right? I left the team 35 years ago. 35 years ago. They ain't leave me out of nothing. You can't erase history.
You weren't left off bad and bougie? See, I wasn't left off bad and bougie.
How can you leave me out of anything? You know what I'm saying?
Man said, how you gonna leave me out of anything? Right.
It don't matter how mad you are, how mad you get, or what you say, you can't take that history away.
Right.
You feel me? Like, I look at things like sometimes the student outdo the teacher. You know what I'm saying? And my philosophy is a great student become a great teacher. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds about right, Chan.
Because I listen to my lessons. You know what I'm saying? I listen to my lessons. And that's not a knock or disrespect on any guys that was before me, because I learned in life, I respect the guys that's before me. Because without them, I wouldn't be here. And I won't learn, I won't know what I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it was a thing I did a Queen's Flip interview and I spoke on something. And the only reason I spoke on it because Dalu told the feds I was in a room when something was about to be happening, try to get me a conspiracy charge. You feel me? And that's not what happened.
So what happened?
I wasn't there.
Right.
That's what happened. I wasn't there. So an individual Supreme Court from jail and they let him listen. They didn't let him hear the whole full thing about me. You know what I'm saying? Because the cloth I'm cut from, I'ma always honor the niggas ahead of me. I was bred that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In life, on a team, we was all taught you should do 10 years out your life. I don't give a fuck what goes on. You should be able to do 10 years out your life in prison. You know what I mean? I always taught, if the feds come get you, shut the fuck up and give my time. You feel me? And I was taught that. I was taught that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when people make accusations about me, I'm like, show me.
Right.
Don't come with nonsense.
Right.
Show me the work.
Right.
You ain't come with one name or my name on something. But an affidavit.
And who started that? Where does that come from? What's the basis of that argument? Whether you know it's your name is on paperwork and the name music and who started that rumor?
Well, I'm gonna give y'all this clue. I'm gonna tell you the real. What happened with that was something went on somewhere else. Had nothing to do with me, right? I don't like because families and
Yeah.
you know, but I'm gonna talk about it. I'm
Yeah.
talking about because I'm gonna clear up
Right.
on this show.
Right.
Like the dude, whoever got killed, he was fucking my baby mother. So I don't care what happens.
Right.
I'm not saying, you know, God bless him.
Yeah, right,
but I
right.
don't care.
No, I get what you're saying.
So what the fuck I'm being on some case with, you know what I mean? I didn't care.
Right.
So old boy who they said did it, he called me 15, 20 years ago and asked me to go talk to a girl named Mina from Brooklyn. B.O. knows her, so B knows her, right? I don't know her.
Right.
Feel me? So he asked me, yo, bro, can you talk to her for me? You know what I mean? I said, bro, I'm on the phone with this dude. I said, I don't know her. You know what I'm saying? And that was that. Because my nephew, KK, was in jail with the dude.
Okay.
And he pulled me, yo, show me, you got work with my uncle, show me.
Right.
K called me, he ain't got nothing. So I'm like, so, you know, niggas will talk, niggas will say what they gonna say.
Right.
So somebody came with a appeal thing, whatever, and put my name on it. Because we searched it and we did the real appeal.
Right.
And there's some other nigga name on it. Wasn't my name.
Right.
So this dude, got it out there. Yo, Bimmy told, ooh, right?
Right.
So now he's pushing that. Right? So now, I just got to New York yesterday. I went and got all my paperwork. I can't, you know, I can tell them the docket numbers.
Right.
So you can understand what I'm saying. 9Q 92194. That's all my docket numbers. And if you look at all my paperwork, all of it is youthful offended.
Right.
My only case I ever had was a criminal sale of a controlled substance that somebody told on me. You feel me? They told on me and got me 3 to life. So when I did my time, I came home, I wasn't in the streets.
Right.
So I'm like, so what I told on? Show me, tell me. You know what I'm saying? So then they say, God bless him, Troy. I just see this man every day. My building here, his building here. I watch him take his son to school. I watch me play with my son in the park.
Right.
Like, we see each other every day. You know what I mean? So that whole situation came from with Tut. Tut called me, said, yo, I need your help, homie. So I said, all right, cool. What you need?
Tut from Brooklyn.
What you need? Because An incident happened in the studio one day with me, and Tuck was standing right there with me. You know what I mean? Ready to go.
Right.
You feel me? So I'm looking at him, and he see me, and I'm looking at Tuck behind, like we looking at each other. You feel me? And he's like, so I'm looking at him like I'm ready to go. So everybody stopped us. Eric B, everybody was there. Yo, yo, woo, woo, woo.
Right, right.
You know, everybody stopped. Corey, everybody. You feel me? So me and him gained the friendship.
Okay.
You feel me? So when he called him from prison, I said, I got you, homie. So God bless the dead, Just Real is his man. He told Troy, yo, Bim gonna help Tut. But Troy asked me for help. I said, I got you, I got you. He said, oh, you can help with Brooklyn? You can help me? Hey, make sure you got your gun in your hand. Just like that. Cool. I come out of Hit Factory, whatever. We squared off with each other. You know what I mean? Two was home. I ain't gonna say their names. They was home. They seen the whole incident, everything. Stand up, no movement. You know what I mean? I'm standing up tall while I was talking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't like talking about it because I don't want, you know, his mom's is cool, his family, you know what I mean? I don't get into that because it's just for these internet niggas that want to talk, but y'all don't know what the real is.
Right.
You feel me? And that was that. So what happened was a dude got man down in the park. Now, mind you, I'm in half court. Out there it happened. So when the detectives come, they write down who's in the park. Right? On a scrap paper.
Right.
Who's in the park? I'm the biggest in Queens. So it's like Bimmy. So I start writing other names. Right? They never came to see me. Nothing. I've never been no precinct. I've never been no DA's office. I've never been in the feds. Nothing.
But they put your name.
I'm gonna tell you, the scrap paper they wrote my name and other people's name who's in the park because police work. They doing their work.
Okay.
I know we all been in prison. We know when they investigate, they put name,
Right.
whatever. So my name had to be on the paper who they want to interview. Right? They never came to see me. But a young lady, I'm not gonna say her name, you know what I mean? A young lady worked in the precinct. She got the paper with the scrap on it, with everybody's name on it.
Right.
And gave it to that camp. They said, oh, these telling these woo. So in Queens, I'm hearing, yo, Bimmy telling, Bimmy, you know what I mean? I said, telling? So my man from Hollis, I ain't gonna say his name, he came and got me. He said, let's go see this nigga lawyer. Schumann. Where's Schumann? I went to the courthouse. I got in. I went to the courthouse today.
Remember when playing?
I was playing. Schumann is, they told me to go to room 121.
Right.
Monday, I'm getting the affidavit. Monday, I'm getting the affidavit.
Oh, Monday you were getting the affidavit.
Monday, I'm getting it, right?
Right.
Monday. That's his lawyer. That's the case number and all that.
Okay.
So I'm getting that. You know what I'm saying? So my man, we went to his lawyer. I never went to a precinct. I never went to nothing. You know what I mean? Me and my man, I goes to Troy's lawyer, Schumann. I go to him. You know what I mean? I said, yo, I ain't got nothing to do with none of that. I hear my name is out there. Whoa. He said, well, would you sign an affidavit saying that you ain't saying, yes, give it to me.
Right.
Left. Had nothing to do with none of that. No happened, homie's free. Because a couple other people did it too.
Right.
To free them. Because the niggas they want to visit and talk with, they went up there and like, I ain't seen nothing. They didn't go to the precinct. They didn't go to the DA. They didn't do none of that.
So why I don't understand, like, when people say your name's in the affidavit, what does the affidavit say?
The affidavit is, the lawyer wrote it. The
Right.
lawyer wrote it. All you got to do is sign it. You don't write affidavits.
Right.
I didn't write no affidavit.
Right.
I just signed it. I read it. I signed it. You feel me? It was just, yo, I had nothing to do with none of that. I didn't say this name.
Right.
I don't know nothing. That's it. If I sign an affidavit with his lawyer, we all been in prison. You can't sign nothing with them, tell them a story, and then go to them. You can't do that. You can't. You either with the prosecutors or you with the defense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I went to the defense immediately, declare my name in the streets, like, because I'm a street nigga, so I can't have my name floating around like that.
Right.
So when you get these that 10 years old, 11 years old on the internet now talking about somebody telling you weren't even in the streets. You wasn't even around.
Right.
What the f you talking talking about?
It's a lot of. Let me ask you a question. So this is one of my questions on the car. How do you feel about street, quote unquote, street dudes, right? Running smear campaigns with the internet. I call it the internet because it's a net where people gets caught up. You know what a net does. Like,
Yeah,
how do you feel about that? People using like
Let's-
it's supposed to be.
Let's change that up.
Right?
They street,
Oh, okay.
they're not real.
Okay.
They're not street. They jail.
Right.
They gate bangers. You feel me? They're not street. They gate bangers. Throwing shit on niggas, throwing piss. You know,
Them type of niggas.
making noise all on in the gallery trying to go to sleep. Nigga. Yo, suck my.
That.
You know what I mean? SMD, like.
So
nigga,
that just translate out here.
It's out here now.
You transfer from there to what?
Yeah. The internet and these people so fantasize about these.
Right.
Oh, he got to know what he talking about. He don't know nothing he talking about. He went in the streets.
Right.
You feel me?
He's a baby. It's a lot of dudes is
So what I got to do is I got to go to the
I don't want to
courthouse
say no name.
like I did, get on my
Yeah.
get his and show you the affidavit and show you what this is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You niggas don't know me.
Right.
But I know what it is. It ain't them. It's behind them.
Right.
So I know the game.
Right.
You niggas is bad.
You sending you the pawns out. You sending the
they
pawns out.
Them pawns.
Okay.
Them niggas ain't the niggas that, it's the other niggas
Right.
that's older, that's mad.
Right.
Yo, he don't come look out for he this, he that. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about that though.
Yeah. How I'm supposed to look out?
Entitlement.
Yeah. You never look out for me. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in Connecticut, up, sleeping on my man's couch, nobody came and got me.
Mm-hmm.
Who came and got me? Nobody.
Right.
I met in the streets in Connecticut. His family owned Foxwoods. He looked out for me. He bought me clothes for 4th of July so I won't look crazy.
Right.
You feel me? I don't talk about it, but that's my dude.
Right.
God bless him. You know what I mean? He passed away, but he's my guy. He
Right.
took care of me. No queen. Nobody came and got me.
Right.
You feel me? So when you say, yo, you supposed to do this for us. You from other niggas from other places. Don't look out. The value's there for them. No.
Right.
Y'all feel like, yo, you supposed to do this for us. You supposed to, what? Do what? Help me push this wheelbarrow. You help me.
Right.
But you wouldn't help me. You just sitting there talking. You know what I mean? How much time you did in jail? That don't make you real. That don't make you stand up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you get these niggas gate banging on the internet.
Gate banging on the internet.
They gate banging.
These niggas gate banging on the internet, man. What the?
Yeah, gate banging. So I'm looking at these niggas like, y'all never helped no kids. Y'all never took up a neighborhood. I'm building a school right now. Y'all ain't building schools. What are y'all doing? Y'all up the internet tearing down. That's doing it for the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Building schools, man.
Then you got a certain individual on the internet. Yo, he been a CI. He been this. He been that. I got paperwork with you telling on me. The investigation came out on me because of you. You feel me?
Nasty work on this.
So, and if I'm a CI, how the fuck is CI gonna have a $2 million bail? I don't know what kind of CI I am. I got a $2 million bail.
Right.
How the fuck am I gonna get a 3 to life on a bed if I'm a CI? That shit don't work, bro.
It don't add up.
I got a bail sufficiency hearing for my money to get me out.
Right.
If I'm so much of this CI or that, you home, y'all supposed to have life. Y'all home. Why? You done got a whole list of you done told on. So you trying to put me in your cloth. I don't come from you.
Right.
I don't come from none of you. And I didn't put myself in position to tell them. These put themselves in position to tell. I didn't have to. I'm the king. I'm the boss. They wanted me. Who the fuck am I tell them? The other niggas they've been in jail all their life now.
Yeah.
Who the fuck am I telling? I'm the next in line. Who? No, get him. So who the fuck am I talking about? Little nigga? There's no one to tell on, bro. If you know the history, there's nobody out here doing what I was doing or what Josh was doing. There's nobody out here. We control the team. So when you got these out here just talking, yo, Prince said this was, all right, show me. It don't matter, man. It don't matter what you talk about, bro, because they don't know. They was in jail 20 years, 22 years. You've been 18 years. All right, you've been in jail 18, 19 years, 20 years. I go back. I was out the street still.
Mm-hmm.
I was out the street still. I'm working. I'm out the streets.
Mm.
So when you say telling, show me the work, because I'm gonna show you every case I got. All my cases, youth were offended.
Mm.
Until that last case called as a grown man, when that individual put the feds and the police on us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And my name is all in it. I got that work.
Mm.
My name's all in it, you know what I mean, for you telling on me.
Mm.
But you call me a CI. I don't come from that. My sister been shot, my brother been shot, my other sister been shot, my nephew been shot, my cousin been shot, my mom's house been shot at, all type of. Where'd all that work at? Where all that work at?
Right.
We don't do that, homie. We don't do that.
Right.
How many stand-up niggas that I raised, they did their time. And I'm gonna be up there, yo,
Right.
it's out your mind.
Talk a little bit about Fifth, man. I got a specific question for you.
Mm-hmm.
When he made Ghetto Quran and How to Rob, creatively, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that was genius, or the backlash of it you know? I mean, it's a lot of people. It created a lot of conversations. Do you think that it made sense for him to do that, or just,
Yeah, it made sense.
It made sense.
A lot of sense.
Okay.
And he put our borough on the map.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Dudes ain't understand the creativity of what he was doing. He wasn't hurting niggas, trying to big niggas up.
Right.
So when I look at it creatively as an A&R, and I'm doing, he's creative doing what he's doing. All about what they doing. Look at the drill music.
Right.
They tell you what they did that night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You take everybody.
Right,
so
right.
But you don't call him this, but
Right.
come on, man.
Love Fifth, man.
Yeah, no question.
What he's doing in Shreveport, Louisiana, you
Build a studio.
you seen it.
Man,
He
genius.
just had an event.
I love that.
Humor and Harmony.
I love that. He's from my
Humor and
borough.
Harmony.
I love that.
You love seeing Fifth work. Y'all still working on the movie, or what y'all got going?
No,
Y'all got anything?
I ran into some big people, man.
Okay.
I'm going to start writing next week.
Okay.
I'm going to start writing next week. See, a lot of people don't understand that these guys was in jail all this time. It was me and Just. Me and Just. So when you got these guys talking about this, y'all don't know. First of all, you outside.
Right.
You was in prison. When you was outside, you was only 11 and 12.
Right.
So you don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? So the internet is so much lies and so much stuff and slander.
A lot don't care who tell it, man.
Man, the truth, the lie go further than the truth.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But a
don't
lie
care who tell it.
unchallenged become the truth.
Yep.
Do you feel me?
That's a fact.
Become the truth.
That's a fact. That's
Yeah.
a super fact. That's a super fact.
I read a
man.
deal one day. This guy said in there, yo, he been doing it too long. Get him. He been doing it too long. Get him. So you telling me all these billionaires out here, these white people, they be doing it since they was children. Should somebody get them? Or somebody from your neighborhood look like you been doing all right?
It's just so
get
sad,
'em.
man. The state of our people, man. That crab barrel mentality
Yeah.
is just crazy, man.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about Bobby Brown, Whitney.
My brother, man. It's a stand up. You know what I mean? I do anything for that boy. Stand up. He do anything for me.
Right.
That $2 million barrels really came from him. You know what I'm saying? So
Bobby built you up with
yeah,
$2 million.
Bobby and Whitney.
Okay, both of them. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But he made the call.
Right, he
You know
made
what
the
I'm
call,
saying? He
okay.
made the call.
Right.
But and his sister, I can't get Carol out. Carol too.
Okay.
Reason why they really did it because of Carol.
Right.
But you know, Bobby's a stand-up man. Took care of his family. You know what I mean? Was a family man. I lived in the mansion with him. Crazy. Never lived in a mansion before. I lived in that mansion. Took care of everybody. Heart of gold. You know what I'm saying? Heart of gold. I from New York down there. Yo, get in the car with me. He'd ride with him. Go. Follow us.
Yeah.
Like this a good
Just having a good stand up.
time, man.
Yeah,
Stand up.
that's what's
so
up.
when you got these guys talk about them, y'all know what y'all talking about.
Right.
You feel me? Everybody follow suit, right? I was watching Scarface the other day, right? Then I watched TikTok, all this other shit, right?
Right.
The era we living in today. Everybody do the same dance. Just watch the internet. Everybody do the same dance. Everybody. Copy and do the same dance. Watch Scarface, Tony Time, he danced like this, We dance like this. Everybody doing different dances. Everybody's different. You feel me? One of the greatest drug dealer movie you ever seen. Everybody doing different dances. Today's world, follower. If I don't follow you, then I'm an outcast. You feel me? And none of these niggas got their own mind. You know what I'm saying? None of them got their own mind. So they're gonna follow. So if you outcast, like niggas always tell me, he said, Bim, it's more them than us. And I realized what the he's saying. Because you go through it, you know it. It's more of them than us. Because they didn't grow up like us. They grew up like us, they got them locked up or they dead. So it's feel like you out here by yourself. But not really, but you out here by yourself with your movement and your values and your principles and your morals. They take it away from you. They'll take clips and say, oh, he said this, oh, he said that.
They edit the version of you to turn it into one of them goofy.
Yeah. And when
It's
they do
crazy.
it, they're gonna make a couple of dollars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They make a couple of dollars off it, and then that's their life.
So okay.
Because the nigga, I'm gonna tell you something. One of the niggas told me one day, 3 weeks ago, yo, you paid my rent this month. Yeah, swear to God, I got the call. You paid my rent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was a lot of people talking about it. So let's just talk about that Math Hoffa, man. I just recently saw, well, it came out probably like 3 months ago on Bagfield. Esso had said that you had stated that y'all gonna break up.
I did.
Why did you say that? What was your assessment? How did you assess that to know that Math Hoffa and his team, as far as Esso, Hannigan, and
I'm gonna go this route.
broke up,
right? When we was talking, right? Nino said, "Oh, boom!" He's going around the room saying who's who. One accord. When you're in a room with been around a bunch of crews, and you can tell the outcast. You can tell on eye.
right?
You know what I'm saying? And I say Math is that way.
Right.
Those niggas in that room wasn't on his accord. You know what I'm saying? So, and I said to them, don't let the money change y'all. You feel me? Because I've been around it.
Right.
And money changes. I never had it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They let it change them. And that's nothing. You know what I mean? Because you get more being collective and being together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then like, oh, you get more than me. So what? I'm still eating. I'm paying my bills. You feel me? Math sitting in that chair. He built that. He's supposed to get more. You feel me? If he late on the payment, is the reason why he's late. He ain't gonna, you know, I learned being a boss, you get the blunt.
You
of
take the
everything.
hit. You gonna take the hit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
You're gonna take the hit, man.
yeah, and that's how it go.
Yeah,
and
man.
that's how it should stay. That's how it should stay. So when I sat there drinking, all type of I felt it. I said, and it came to me.
Felt it in your soul.
I felt it in my
You
soul.
just had to say it.
I had to say it. You know what I mean? And that following day, broke up.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I felt it. You know what I mean? Because when you grow up in crews, you grow up in different spirits and different the envy, the hate, and you know, you grew up with all
Bro,
that.
you gotta put this in the book, bro.
You know what's so crazy?
You got a great mind.
No.
Like your mind is like 48. You got 100 laws of power.
Yeah. I was at the Garden, right? I'm watching the game on the floor, me and Tracy Morgan.
I want to talk about him.
And
Talk about him. God damn it.
the game was over. I got up. Grant Hill, I never met him before, playing from Duke.
Right.
He jumped over the seat. He came to me. He said, yo, man, pleasure to meet you. He said, we ain't doing a book. My right hand of God. He said, we ain't doing a book. I just looked at Grant. I ain't know what the to say. I'm looking at Grant.
Grant got a great mind.
Great mind.
His mama was a very educated. I think she's a teacher principal. She's something, but she got a great mind. She helped somebody with their money. She helped somebody, but she got a great mind. So he went to Duke.
But that's why he
Duke.
is
He's a
who
great
he
mind.
is.
That's right. That's what I'm speaking to. Like his father, great NFL player. You get what I'm saying? His mother, great mind. That's like he come from, you know, good folks, man.
Nah, man, good. And he's a good guy.
So he came to you and
came to me.
asked you about the book.
Yeah, about the
So
book.
when we gonna get this book, man?
I don't know, man. It's like
You gotta leave. You can't leave.
But, see,
your legacy, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip to this because we need to hear this now. You're leaving a legacy behind. What type of legacy do you want to leave behind?
a man that take care of those that can't take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? This counselor asked me that when I got the deliverance thing. He said, what's your purpose in life? And I said to him, a man that take care of those that can't take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because I always was a nurturer. Like my crew, like what people don't understand, right? They be like, yo, why you know he's on supreme indictment. He was a prince. He did. First of all, you idiots, it was 5 crews. 5 crews. My crew, Just Crew, Prince Crew, Big Wise Crew, and Preem's ahead. I don't know what Prince Crew did. They don't know what my crew did. You feel me? But when we had to come together, give me 5 of your guys, give me five. You know what I'm saying? That went down. But out of all of us, we had different crews. So they don't know. I don't know what Prince and them was doing.
Right.
They don't know what I was doing.
Right.
You feel me? So why the fuck would I be in this indictment?
That's Supreme Team.
Yeah,
Supreme. Everybody had their
Own crew. Whole army.
Makes sense.
So what I'm saying is, and I never told nobody that. You know what I'm saying?
I can tell.
Yeah, it's different crews. So I'm not supposed to be on the indictment.
Right.
Because I wasn't with them. You feel me?
Right. Man, we need this book. We need the movie. Listen,
I
man.
on a TV show.
TV show. Okay, let's talk about hip hop.
Uncovered?
Uncovered on FX channel. How did that come about? I need you to talk about Big U. That's one of the guys that I look like. Yo, Big U. Trick.
Trick.
Dab.
What happened was, I don't know where I was out somewhere. And LL called me, LL Cool J. And he said, yo, he's director looking for you. I said, who? He said, Rashidi Harper. Right? I said, he said, you want me to give him your number? I said, I give him my number. So L gave him my number and he called me. He said, can you come to LA tomorrow? I said, what's up? He said, we got this show. We want you a part of it. You know what I mean? So I said, all right, cool. So they flew me out. When they flew me out, cameras, everything was there already. You know what I mean? And met Big U. He was like Charles, everything, whatever. And he was explaining shit to me about, you know, and there's like, we need a girl. I called my sister. I said, Deb, I want you to get a part of this. Boom. She said, hey, Bimmy, ain't no money for that. I said, Deb, the money. I said, the notoriety we gonna get from you can get the money after that.
Right. There you go.
And then she jumped on it. And then we did the show. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it was more or less for me like therapy. Like, because I learned in life that LA, Detroit, New York, Atlanta, even DR with Haitian Jack at, we all had the same problems and we're doing the same all these coaches.
Just different places.
Different places. We all won. You feel me? It was nothing different that we was all doing.
Yo, and I failed to mention his name, Haitian Jack. I had a conversation with him. Somebody put me on the phone with him and we was talking. He was just telling me about, you know, jail, like when he was in LA County. He's telling me about Suge. He talked about, what's the guy name, man? This man went to jail and said he told on people. What the hell is this dude name, man? Brooklyn dude. I can't think of his name right now, but he spoke about him. Jimmy Henchman. He said Jimmy Henchman name. And when he said Jimmy Henchman name, he said, I got one for you, baby. And I knew what that meant. You get what I'm saying? When you from the street, you know, like, you know, I knew what that meant. But we had like a good conversation, man. I could feel his spirit. I could feel his spirit through the phone. You get what I'm saying? It just resonated with me. He's a real dude with somebody that I hold in high value.
Yeah,
put me on the phone with him.
Jack is my brother. You know what I mean? Me and Jack, you know, I hustle with Jack. You know what I'm saying? When I got on the run or all that type of stuff, you know what I mean? They found out I made that sale and, you know, I got set up with that. And I called Jack. He said, come to Atlanta. You know what I mean? So that's why I started hustling in Macon, Georgia.
Yeah, Macon.
You know what I mean?
Macon is that.
So he gave me the work and everything. You know, the bird. I went to, then I was hustling. You know what I'm saying? With him and Jimmy, I don't know about all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to get involved with it.
Yeah. That's what you always say, though. You're always between somebody, but you don't get involved with.
I don't get involved because, you know, I learned one day, even at home, you know what I mean? My mom, my stepfather, I get involved with it and I'm the one out.
Right.
You feel me? So as a kid, I learned, you know what I'm saying? You can't get involved in that type of shit. I mean, what you could try to do, resolve it, like, but they don't listen. You got to back up. You know what I'm saying? That's like a lot of things going now with, my brother 10 Toes. I put him on the phone with 3 different motherfuckers
Right.
on the internet. Put them on.
Right.
Go do the opposite. They act like they want to talk. They do the opposite. You know what I mean? And I don't come from that. You know what I mean? My word is golden. My word is my bond. I never set up. I don't snake.
Right.
I don't do nothing.
Right.
If I'm with you, I'm with you. I'm against you, I'm against you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I can't go to sleep until you're off this earth. So I don't be involved in all that. So I know the seriousness of man down, all that. I know the seriousness of it.
Right.
Because there's no coming back. You know what I'm saying? So even with my brothers, like I said with Rod Dig, it hurt me that he's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know his heart. I know his spirit.
Right.
I took him to my family reunions. You feel me? Family reunion. He was like, he said, I ain't got no mother, I ain't got no father. He told me I ain't got no family. Real talk. He said, y'all my family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I work hard, and I ain't gonna say just for Ra, but when my shit explode, he all right.
Right.
I'm fighting for him.
Right,
like,
right.
dog, you in that cell, because I know you'll fight for me.
Right.
If I was in your position, you'll fight for me. You know what I'm saying? So when I work to go here. Because a lot of niggas I want to save. That's good niggas.
Right.
That niggas ain't give them a chance. Like niggas will throw you out the window and say, go do that. Now, when you go do it, you get trapped off. Life goes on. He's home, you in there, and he don't give a about you.
Right.
You feel me? I learned that going to prison. Everyone came to see me with my sister. You feel me? Certain people came to see me, but not the I was with. You know what I'm saying?
So it seems like, how do you, the champ situation, right? How do you deal with that betrayal? That level of betrayal?
I don't think it's betrayal. I think
so-
he's supposed to do that.
Oh, you thought he was supposed to do that?
He's supposed to do it.
So he didn't betray you, he betrayed himself.
He betrayed himself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
he played himself out of the situation.
the CEO called me, right? I was upset. About it. And I listened to the lady, right? Great woman. You know what I'm saying? One of the executives in the thing, right? In the group. And she said to me, Bimmy, I don't want to believe it's any of your guys. You know what I mean? I hope it ain't them.
Right.
Because she didn't ever want to believe it.
Right.
And my mind is like, all right, cool. So B was with me. Champ was gone.
Right.
But I invited him to Vegas. He said, and when all this fake shit or whatever, why would I pay for a ticket for you to come down there, get you a crib, get you a chef, a chef, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Pick you up in a Rolls Royce, take you out, all types of shit to set you up?
Right.
What do you think my mentality is? I don't give a about that.
Right.
I'm trying to get you to work. For my pocket, we gonna do what we gotta do.
Right.
I'm gonna give you a life. Let's go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But these jerks, these idiots up there talking about that ain't happened. They photokicked the video. Nigga, these motherfuckers is billionaires. You think they can't get that camera work, you idiot? They got more than that we ain't even put out. Like we ain't saying nothing. You feel me?
So what made you doing that? Why did you
Get
deal
him?
with it? Yeah. Why did you deal with it from that aspect? Like
Because what happened was when he came home, right? He gave me a story. He said he was in the day room and he seen hip hop uncovered. And guy was like, yo, you gotta get next to him, right? Cool. He was looking for me. He found me through my man Alonzo. And he said, yo, I want you to do the cover of my magazine. So I said, cool. I did the photo shoot, I did the cover of his magazine, all that. Cool. Next thing, he's working with Math. I don't know they fall out. I'm down, so I don't know what's going up here. I don't.
Okay.
My mind is like, let me get to where I had to get to, so I can do what I want to do with my guys.
Right.
You know what I mean? I get the phone calls every day. So he called me. He said, yo, bro, I need to borrow some money. And I said, I don't lend money. I said, I give it to you, but I ain't gonna lend it to you. Because when you ask a nigga for the money back, he looking at you like, damn, that little bit of money, man, no, motherfucker. You asked for it.
Yeah, you asked for it.
Yeah.
Right.
So I said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start a podcast. You can come down here and work. I get you a contract. You can work. You know what I'm saying? So he come up with this idea that in his mind, he's naturally a burglar. He's a thief, and that's what he is. So when I picked him up, took him to his house, whatever, took him to the mansion where my studio was at.
Right.
He seen that fucking house and that pool and that kitchen and them chefs and they cooking for everybody. He's like licking his lips like, oh. So my partner said, listen, let's get in the pool. Everybody get in the pool. So I said, they ain't got no shorts. I ain't got no shorts. I said, I'm gonna go to the store. Come on, champ. Come on, Sobe. We go to the store. I buy everybody shorts. We get shorts. So now me and Sobe gets in the pool. I'm looking at Champ at the table. I'm like, yo, get in the pool. Change in the pool house.
Right.
Because I don't want him to go in the crib.
Right.
Change in the pool house. All right, I'm gonna get him. He's staying there. Now, everybody's in the pool. He changed to his shorts. Everybody in the pool. Now, mind you, he never got in the water. That's when he should have gone through the house. He's going through the house, searching. Her bag, she keep it by the garage because her philosophy is like something going on in the crib, I can head out and go to my car and my bag's over here.
Right.
So he sees the bag, he takes $250 out.
$250.
And the credit card.
Right.
Boom. So we go to dinner that night. The dinner. So then the bill came to like $3,600, something like some change, whatever. And she's looking through her bag for the credit card. Mind you, he's sitting next to her. He eating lobster, linguine. He's eating. She's looking for the card to pay the bill.
Did he order a big?
Man, he ordered so much. So we look at this nigga. Well, I don't care. Yeah, it's food. So he ordering, she eating, but she's.
That's how you know you're good food.
So she told her assistant, "Go get the visa and pay, cause I can't find my card."
Right.
So, homie, she got the visa out, paid the bill. Right? So now she's still looking for a card, but they go to the cameras in the house, right? And they see him going through the crib.
Right.
So her daughter said, listen, we seen this guy going through, so they got to work. Now, mind you, we go to my house, stay, because they supposed to leave the next day.
Right.
But Walker called me and said, yo, come to Vegas. I got a show.
Right.
I told them, I said, y'all want to come to Vegas? I'm going to pay for your tickets, and then I'll pay the extra to leave Vegas to go back to New York.
Right.
Champ was like, yo, I got business in New York. So be like, yo, let's go.
Right.
So we go to Vegas. So now we in Vegas, I get the call. I said, Bim, it's Champ. I said, Champ, what? He took the card. I'm like, so now they send me the footage, him going in the store. They ain't send me the house yet.
Right.
Then they sent the house to me. Now the Apple, they have to press charges to get the Apple to, you know what I mean?
So they press charges on.
They ain't press charges yet.
They didn't. Are they going to?
I don't know.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But, you know, it's up to them. You know what I mean? Because I backed out of it because he started saying it's lies. They lying on me. They made it, you know, he making a whole mockery out of it. This woman got children. This woman works. This woman is a mind. Like she take care of my company.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dog, why are you making a mockery out of it? And you got these women house, ain't got them talking about this lady.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now you creating a monster.
Right.
You feel me? So he called me, he texted me, he said, yo, can we, like a couple of weeks later, yo, can we talk like men, me and you sit down and talk? You know what I mean? When you come back to New York. I said I'll be in New York next week. You know what I'm saying? But I knew I wasn't going to meet with him because there's nothing for us to talk about.
It doesn't make sense. It don't make sense to me.
So the big guy called me and said, yo, let me tell you something. Don't feel bad. He said, it's a part of business. He said, I pray every day for guys like that. Either they're going to help us or they're going to hurt us.
Right.
Luckily, we ain't do no real business with him for him to hurt us. So I was like, and I felt relieved because I thought he was going to say to me like, yo, we can't you.
That aspect of business, that resonated with you.
Yeah.
In which way? Is that a lesson from Preem? Is that a lesson from your prior life? Or
well, it's a lesson from this life period.
This life period.
Me doing business with bad people or good people, and then I learned in life, business is business.
Right.
No matter what, it's not personal. It's not feelings.
Right.
It's business. So he's a burglar, whatever you want to call him. He went to jail for this, for that. That's what he's supposed to do. You feel me? He didn't give a me. He didn't care about Soul B.
Right.
He didn't give a about us.
Right.
He cared about himself. And he was down there to
Who brung him to the table though? Who brung him to you?
Lonzo, my guy Lonzo from Harlem.
Okay.
He brought me to, but I'm gonna tell you something. When I first told Soul B, because I always consult with him, I said, yo, I'm gonna bring homie down here. Well, his exact words to me, don't bring him. And I ain't follow. I didn't listen. My heart was like, he called me, asked, bro, I know you need help.
Right. I want to help him out.
I'm gonna help him out.
Yeah.
But Soul B said, if you're gonna ride with it, then I'm gonna ride with you. That's how it happened. Because before he got there, Soul B told me don't bring him. I wasn't gonna bring him.
Right.
But then when Soul B like, yo, bro, if you, then, you know, I'm a team player. You know what I'm saying? Let's, you know, and that turned out that way. You know what I'm saying?
That's some cutthroat.
Yeah, but you know, you got guys that's gonna like, oh, I don't think he's true. What the fuck I mean? Now if he went to jail, y'all be like, oh, Bimmy told on him. He's in jail now. You feel me? Now he ain't in jail. Y'all like, oh, it ain't true. So you know what I'm saying is damn if you do, damn if you don't. So what are you gonna do? These is working people. You in their crib stealing. They have nothing to do with me.
So looking back on your career, your overall career, I'm gonna say street and industry. What would you have done differently?
Oh, who? If he did all that shit, wow.
Yeah.
You know, niggas been tied up somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, all them niggas.
Well,
all them niggas have been tied up.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about them.
right.
You know what I mean? It's different. You know, come on, oh, you know that.
No. When it comes to street, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been no talking. We quiet. You know what I mean?
So been dealing with it in the business aspect, because I need to, like, we tap into different demographics. I need the kids to understand how do you deal with situations like that where you said it's not betrayal, but it action against you that really affects your livelihood. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't so much affect your livelihood, but you know, it put a stain on, like, it didn't put a stain on your resume, it would have put a stain on his, but it was, you get what I'm saying?
But
like, how do you?
I'm gonna ask you a question. How do you control a thief?
You can't.
Yes, you can.
You can't.
I'll tell you?
Yeah.
I'll tell you? You control what they can steal.
Oh.
So if I sit this here and that's gold, you licking your lips, I'm gonna get that gold. Soon as I'm getting out of here with this. You know what I'm saying? So what I do is I keep the gold with me over here. So you don't see the gold. I let him see a lot. So he decided to steal. I didn't control what he can steal. You know what I mean? She had her bag there, she's loose.
So does that take, but that take, it kind of like takes the accountability away from him. Like,
no, it don't. Because it's all on him. You feel me? You think I never been around?
but your lesson is, I don't put this bar of gold here if I know, but so the lesson for you, how I'm seeing it, right? You got a team. If I say, Neen, land ain't right. I don't put this on you, Land, but I'm just saying, land ain't right, whoa, and Neen don't listen, right? Do I feel bad or do Neen feel bad? I told him.
No,
like,
Neen feel bad because he should have listened to you.
Right. So do you feel bad that you didn't listen to Soul B?
Nah. Because you know what, I'm going to tell you why. So B had a personal with him.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something about my team, right? I'll have a personal and he'll acknowledge it. Yo, I get what you're saying, oh. However, if it's business, like, okay, we're going to do this. I'll put my shit to the side.
That's right.
But if you ain't, if you're not trying to navigate no business with him and you know that I'm showing you something that's there and you saying, I see it. Nah, bruh, he can't come around us all the time.
But you heard you just said? You put it to the side. That's what I did.
Compartmentalize it.
I put it to the side. You know what I'm saying? I listened to my dog. I should have listened to him. You know what I'm saying? Because he got just as much experience as I got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I guess it's the caring part of me in you know.
Yeah, sometimes
that's
the thing.
You know what I'm saying? And say that I do it all over again.
We want to help everybody.
I'm gonna help.
I don't know. From our era, right? Because I'm from that era too, 80s, 90s, the people I was raised by. I was raised to care about people. You get what I'm saying? To give a person the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? To extend myself, to have self-respect, to have the same respect I have for myself I want to have for the next man. That really doesn't exist nowadays.
See, that's what I got to adjust to. It don't exist. Because I remember in the late 89, right? It was just this dude, right? He came and sold us a bunch of toys on Christmas Eve, right? He was out there selling toys. And I said, yo, give me that whole bag. I'm buying the whole bag. I bought the whole bag from him, right? Because I know where it came from. It came from his house. I went and bought his wife back all the toys for her kids. You know, this woman looked at me like, I stole it? But your man in it selling all this. And it made me look like, but I felt good because them kids gonna wake up in the morning and play with their toys. I ain't had when I grew up. I ain't having toys. My mom bought me a pencil set for Christmas. I woke up to a pencil set. I want a G.I. Joe doll. You know what I did with that pencil set?
You broke it?
I marked her walls up. And she broke my...
Bad motherfucker, bro.
I wanted a G.I. Joe.
You was bad, Bim. Bim, you was bad, man. You was bad, man. You was on some bullshit.
Don't buy me no pencil set.
Bim, you was on some bullshit,
I'm marking his wall up. Tagging my name all the time.
Bim, you was on some bullshit, man. Okay. I'm going to go, before we enter the 8 seconds of pressure, right? We got to go your top 5, right? You had a starting 5 in Queens. What would be your starting 5? Hip hop.
Hip hop?
Yes.
Run DMC.
Okay.
LL Cool J. Nas.
Ooh.
Nicki Minaj. Hold on. Tribe Called Quest.
Ooh. So I gotta ask you this: who would be honorable mention if you had 2?
I had 2.
Yeah.
Mobb Deep.
Ooh.
And Nori.
Ooh. Them 2 classics right there. For me, it would have been tough. I probably would have said Cool G Rap. I probably would have put Cool G Rap on that list before Nori and them because, and before Nas because he just, Cool G did it for me. And it's nobody that really ever captured his flow in the context of his rhymes.
I understand what you're saying about that, right? And I always say this, right? What did you want in life? Do you want longevity or short jeopardy? All the ones I named had longevity.
First question is, who was voted Finals MVP in 1970 and 1973 as a New York Knick?
Walt Frazier.
And
What?
it wasn't Walt. I'll just give you another second guess. I just want to hear what you're gonna say.
73.
Yep, 70 and 73. You don't know, Bimmy, I'll tell you.
David Busher.
No, it was Willis Reed.
Willis Reed?
Yeah.
Captain.
70, 73, there you go. Okay, next one. Name me LL Cool J first 4 albums.
That's gonna be hard, man. Nah, 8 seconds. Oh.
It's 7. You ain't get 1?
Yo,
Man, you a horrible friend, man. What about Radio? What about Bigger Than Deffer? What about Walk with the Black Panther? What about Mama Said Knock You Out? Come on, man.
I'm talking about my album.
Yeah, you've been saying, yeah, I got you. This is beautiful, I love it. We're gonna get this real good footage right here, man. Okay, you should get this one. Because you work with this guy immensely, right? In Slick Rick, a children's story, what was the name of the dope fiend?
Dave.
Okay. He probably wrote that. No, around. Okay. There were 2 NBA teams in upstate New York. One in Rochester, one in Buffalo. Can you tell me the name of these 2 teams in the NBA right now?
Nets. Nets, right?
Okay, so you got the Rochester Royals, right? Turned into the Sacramento Kings. And the Buffalo Braves turned into the LA Clippers.
Man, you got all that ill, man.
I'm just saying you're a basketball fan. I'm just saying.
Dope.
Yeah, I know. So you should get this. This is a native Queens person right here. You should get this. Tachina Arnold, right, is known for her role in a hit series Martin, right? The hit show Martin, as Pam. What was her name in the hit show Everybody Hates Chris?
Oh man, I ain't watched that.
Listen, bro, I appreciate you, man, so much, man. I'm so humble, honored that you came on this show, man. You know, you let it all out. You ain't hold back. You gave up a lot of jewels, man. I really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. We all appreciate you. We live here at the Pressure Point. Make sure y'all tune in to the legendary Bimmy, man, from Southside Jamaica, Queens. Salute.